Yeah. No, you guys are actually ready now?
Yes.
Yep. No, I think Trisky is digging down for pictures.
Well, last session, the group made their way into the Gaol and started exploring the place. They found a couple interesting people. One, this guy that claimed he could escape at any point he wanted, but if they let him out to prove that they were good, he would help them out. They let him out and continued on, getting their way to the mess hall with his help. And while there, they met an interesting group. A ghost woman who Rowan returned her ghost badger, and then she promptly vanished, her work complete apparently. And a very drunk, seemingly perpetually drunk halfling man, who they started talking with and found out he has keys for the entire Gaol. After making some form of deal with him, they got him to take them to the warden's office, where they started looking around and found the way down, found the secret entrance, and started heading on down. But not before searching the room and finding a few interesting things. During that, Rowan has kind of wandered off, seemingly to explore the ground floor of the Gaol on his own, and telling them not to bother following him. And the rest of the group have started descending down the staircase, getting down into the bottom of the Gaol, where the NPC mage companion Merrick believes is something that he wants to know. So, let's get into this. We pick back up with you guys the bookcase has slid away, revealing the door. The door has been opened, and you're looking down at this staircase just descending down into nothing. Could I get a marching order?
Mange is at the front, I would assume.
I just realized
it's always in the middle.
On the new map.
Siegfried would either probably be close to front or potentially guarding rear too. He's probably still wearing off the fog at this point, so people can kind of push him when they please.
Sorry, I just realized I didn't have Merrick on the new map.
Rep. Rest in peace, Merrick. We hardly knew you.
Hardly knew him. We lived in his house for I don't know how many weeks.
Yeah, and nobody ever talked to him except for Rowan.
True.
And Siegfried, in the lockpick guy's room, he found this gem in the ceiling, which seemed to cancel out magic in the area. Going through a bit of effort, the group cut it out of the brick it was in and carried it around and gave it to Siegfried, who was in a bit of a daze, just kind of wandering around. So you have this anti-magic crystal. Yeah, so you have this anti-magic crystal that you've been just carrying around. It's gonna as you just snap to, and you're like, "What the fuck has been happening?" You just completely zoned out for a good hour and a half.
We gave him an entire brick with the crystal in because we didn't dare remove the crystal on our own because it's fragile.
Oh yeah, it's still in the brick.
Yeah, we are going to leave that to Skittree.
Yeah. He just probably staggers for a minute.
So Siegfried just kind of comes to, blinking and looking around, confused, and realizing you're not just holding a brick with a glowing gemstone in it. As your party is just standing in front of some stairs about to go down.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Just awkwardly cough and, that was a good dream, that. Oh, wait a second. So, yeah, what does Alex look like now? What is this?
Oh, yeah.
Who's the biggest
So, oh shit! During
the
last session,
shall rise.
Yeah,
Crispy
your
dirt.
horny shall rise. Haloids, yeah. Holy shit! The timing on that while we're trying to explain shit. I'll just let you do it, Zach, at this point because I'm going to get interrupted again. At this rate.
Who's the biggest?
Told you.
During the encounter with the lockpick guy, Alex tried to give him some healing because they found out that his constraints had pins going through his bones. So she thought she'd give him a quick heal to make sure he was alright. And then got a DDM, which permanently gave her the effect of Jaws, which causes her jaw and arms to distend to grotesque proportions and for her to get a desire to consume her enemies.
AKA the thing that Mange got the session before on top of the ring.
But instead of just lasting a minute, it lasts forever. Thankfully, somebody watching used a narrative declaration to say that somebody steps in to help. So Slanesh has issued this as something of a challenge. So Alex needs to make it through the rest of this without going down more than twice. If she manages to do that, then the jaws will be removed. If she fails, then she's stuck with it. So she's going around looking a bit like the shy guy from SCP, just massively oversized jaw and her arms, like almost reaching the floor with these massive claws coming off of them.
Yep.
The rest of her is the same. It's just these are massively long arms and the jaw is like distended and hanging open.
So a generally more attractive shy guy.
Yeah,
Way more
female
attractive.
shy guy.
This Rule 34, Hand 63 shy guy.
Basically.
So he just comes to, looks around, sees you, and just kind
See
of
everybody else looking the same. Then you see this, like, you can see the back of Alex, but her arms are massively long, and then she kind of turns around and you see this massively distended, fanged up, just more of a mouth.
He looks like
Do
he's
you
about to.
dare to comment on it? Is the question.
It's not a comment, but it's definitely a look and a motion as he's like shuffles really quick.
Yeah. And just Alex looks to you and says, "Yeah, I know. Get over it."
Okay. So awkwardly, just kind of like slink into line with my brick.
I like how Alexandria is the one telling him to get over it, even though she still hasn't really gotten over it herself.
Meanwhile, Salmon's just like, you're still pretty. Relax.
And Joel is just somehow not disgusted by this.
Mordheim.
Mange
not
doesn't give a shit and doesn't understand why you're so mad. Considering
Yeah, you
he's
can eat more.
been in this state before and he still has the permanent showings of the jaw things. Now,
I think actually a better description for Alex is like the witch from Left 4 Dead. Is I think closer to
with a larger
yeah.
jaw.
Yeah, got the like extended arms and the claws.
That actually
The
fits better.
upset and slightly crying expression.
I kind of think that's how they got inspiration for Shy Guy.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, and I just say, alright, is everyone gonna fucking stare at me, or are we gonna go down the damn staircase?
Mange's not staring, Mange would go! Come on, Manthix, hurry!
I'm for
On
that,
their way.
and I kind of, for once, pair up beside Mange and, like, go on the front.
Yeah, because you're a frontliner now for this.
Entire mini adventure here.
This is gonna be fun for everyone involved, and by that I mean it won't be, probably.
Yeah. So you guys start
She has
heading
demonic
down the
armor.
stairs.
Yay.
Yeah, so as you're heading down, who is at like the actual front?
I am at the actual front. Alexander is like right behind me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so he
Something
starts
like
heading
that.
down, leading the way with his axe and his like the glowy rock in his chest. Well, in the chest of his armor, it's not embedded into him. He's got a little container for it.
Korn was like,
Um,
yeah, he's been using this thing to see around, so I'm just going to make it part of his chaos armor, and so there's like a permanent slot for it.
Yeah, it's not built into the armor. It's like a thing that you strap around your waist, your chest.
No, not even. There's like a slot in the armor that the thing goes
Oh,
into, and it stays there.
Yeah, that works. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. So you guys start heading down, and does anybody else besides Alex have spellcasting abilities? just to double check.
Amongst
Like,
this
I
group,
do.
Merrick?
Yeah.
Merrick
Yeah, I know
Solomon.
Merrick. Solomon's doesn't count because you're like a cleric.
The only magical things I have are the items on me. I don't have spellcasting, so.
Just checking
And while I
that
have a
everything got done.
spellcasting ability, all of my spell slots are gone.
Yeah. So
And
you guys are going
can't
down.
even do it anyway because you have to use your action to bite things.
And that's only when there's combat. When there's not combat around, you can act normally. Remember, you can get a spell slots back if you guys take a short rest. Which also, like, after a combat, it takes like a couple of seconds to manage yourselves up. Outside of combat, I'll say if you rest for like 10 minutes, you can count that as a short rest. So if you guys wanted to before you go down, you could take a short rest.
Let's take a short rest before we go down. It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
We've already done one
like-
earlier after the first fight, and I think I'm still
Yeah.
down a little bit on HP. You haven't moved us over to the map, by the way. I'm not
No.
sure if that one. All right.
I don't have those maps. I archived them. Moving on to the main to the main one.
Alright, so
All right,
we
so
all roll our
willpower?
cons.
Is that willpower?
Yeah, it's will. Yeah, you get your
Alright.
con mod in extra rolls, which you can divide between all of your rests.
All right, I got one success. Thank goodness.
Wait, so honor? What?
Yeah, we're gonna re-roll that. Oh no, I'm out of re-rolls.
You get 2 willpower checks.
Oh, gotcha.
You get-
Okay,
Did
good.
you get 3? Have you taken one yet? No, you didn't. You didn't use anything in the first fight, so yeah, you get 3 rolls for this. This is your first rest.
Yeah, Alexandria does. I used all 3 of mine, so I only get 2.
Oh,
Alright,
that's gotta be a reroll.
You can't re-roll these.
Oh,
No. Yeah, you can't use a reroll pool on
You
these.
have a second one though, so yeah, you got one.
Yeah.
You got one success that you can use. I'm actually not going to do health because I have enough health that for like a couple levels ago. Instead, I'm going to do one of them was to replenish class actions, right? Like my ferocious rage.
Yeah, you can only get back 1 use. You can't do the same thing twice effectively.
All right, so
So
I get
it
one back.
really
One use of
sucks.
ferocious rage back.
Yeah, it's like this is why like wizards get really bad during a long trip because they can only get back 1 spell per rest.
yeah,
Alright,
I'm
so
gonna do that
I'm
because I don't
definitely
have
getting
anything
my-
better than do.
I'm definitely
all of
getting
my
ferocious rage
blessings
back.
are still a go, so I'm gonna. I don't really need my health up, so I'm gonna take one more reroll.
No?
There we go.
So from last time, how many did I have to use both of my con rerolls to get my health back? I forget. I think so. Yeah,
That's up
I-
to
I'm
you
just
to
glad-
remember.
I'm pretty sure that I used both of them. I got really shit luck trying to just get my fucking health back from a short rest. So yes, the new mage is scary and angry and wants his shinies. If you are looking at like the weird tendon parts on the sides of his face, that is specifically a reference to 2 sessions ago when he got
Come
what
on,
Alex has
Toby. He's
now.
not gonna be in your nightmares. He's gonna be in your dreams too.
Stealing your
He's not
shinies
just
from your
nightmare
dreams.
fuel.
He's just gonna be in the corner of your dreams, taking off like all the nice gold stuff in the background.
Yep. He's not just nightmare fuel.
Has everybody done their short rests?
Yeah.
No?
We're good.
Yep.
Did Siegfried really have anything to gain back? Did anything really happen to him last session?
What
Not
really happened to you last session now?
Yeah, Siegfried, there wasn't any encounters or anything, so Siegfried didn't use anything up. He just been carrying around this brick.
There was an encounter, but he
20
wasn't really in any position to do anything.
Yeah, you just stood 20 foot back from the rest of the party holding a brick.
The giant
We
red
ask that
crystal
you
in-
continue to do that.
Oh, there's one.
Yep.
So, yeah,
If you would,
guys-
please. Just self-quarantine yourself. Except instead of 6 feet, it's 20.
So it's like some sort of anti-magic thing?
Yeah, as long
Yep.
as you're within 20 feet of
And
magic.
you guys don't actually know the range. You just know the room is about 10 to 15 foot. So presumably it covered that.
So approximately like 20 to 25, we were guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Solomon is thinking of having it incorporated into a shield or something.
I mean, that's supposing it isn't fragile.
What does it
Yep.
do exactly? Do we know?
It seems
out
to cancel
magic.
out magic.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
spell
oh,
resistance really
There was a
hitting.
guy in this cell who was supposedly a master escaper from like fucking prisons and whatnot, and they were getting sick of him, so they put that in. He wasn't a magician, but they were being like way too cautious.
Yeah.
And then
It's
we
like
scared
somebody
the
else
shit
came to
out of
break him
him.
out. Yeah.
You did.
You
I
guys scared the
changing
shit out of
quick.
him and then turned around and he's legged it. Because I'm not dealing with these fucks. See? You guys start, so you guys take a few minutes to have a rest and you start heading down the stairs.
All right.
So yeah, Alex, give me a perception.
Or detection?
Yeah, whenever I say perception, I assume I mean detection. I
Alright.
just have D&D in the brain.
Detection.
There is no separate detection D&D.
And I also have to roll for Merrick. Alright. Yeah, so Merrick notices it first, which does make sense. As you've been walking down these stairs for about 5 minutes. It definitely feels like this is going quite deep. They are fairly steep stairs as well, so you're definitely going down more than you're going forwards. Yeah, after a while of going down, Merrick kind of stops for a second. He's looking around, like a bit confused. He's like, there appears to be some kind of, magic sink ahead of us. Something is absorbing or just removing the magic from the air.
Well, it looks like we're gonna be doing things a bit more physically then.
It's not removing it
Lady like
completely.
to eat.
It's not removing it completely, you'll just, make things more difficult for me. Just a minute.
And with that, we are here to help the chat be entertained in the meanwhile while the GM takes care of the little sister.
How much you want to bet, like, someone's gonna redeem some sort of chaos gift or something? Now that he's gone.
Now that you mentioned it, maybe. You fucking...
How much you want to bet?
I
More
don't,
blood.
I don't
That's
have enough
guaranteed.
money. I am not a betting man. I used to work in retail and people bought scratch tickets from me. I don't want to be a betting man. I really don't.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, you saw that few people win on those. Damn.
Oh my god,
Ni-
it is so depressing to see people come in over and over and over again for that shit. Holy fuck, man. It is so... I had people, when we still had Kino and we still had the TVs set up before fucking COVID really hit, we had people that would be there for hours running Kino tickets in my place. It was depressing as shit. It's so depressing. And they would win nothing. They would win peanuts. And they would still do it. And then they would come back. And then they would pull out another couple of $20 bills and go again. And then they would come back and pull out another couple of $20 bills. And I do not want to be a betting man. Gambling is full of shit. That's the biggest thing I learned from retail. Fuck that noise.
Well, I guess you don't know about New York gambling.
That's even worse gambling, goddamn.
Oh,
I
gas
never went to
station
the
New York
casinos.
fan. Well, gas station New York gambling like Powerball is a lot more forgiving because if you just guess a few numbers, then you at least get something back.
We had people that would run like 1 billion Powerball tickets. People would come in and grab like one quick pick for Powerball every single day or some shit. Like every single day, even though it didn't run every single fucking day.
And even the New York State Lottery, you'd always get at least like 80% of the time, you'd always at least get something. Even if it's less, you'd always get something. So it's not as depressing.
You were not guaranteed to get shit. It was even
No,
more
you never
depressing
are.
here.
That's the point of gambling. There has
Yep.
to be losers.
Yep. There has to be too many losers.
Yep.
I do love the
So
atmosphere.
life is not a game. It's very fucking serious.
Life is a game.
People think life is a game, man. Oh god, man, that hey.
Hey, Trisky, I think someone's trying to see their points.
Yeah, it DMs it to them. Pippi
Oh,
Bot
neat.
DMs it to them. That's how it works now.
It's Serio's game then. Yes.
Let's see how many points I have at this point.
You have a lot. Like, if you weren't
God
forbidden
damn.
from doing it, you could give fucking Carlos 3 chaos gifts.
Yep.
I love how that's the index for points. Is
Well,
Carlos
the second
gift.
index is that he can have, like, 1 2/3 chosen gifts for somebody.
Ooh.
I would also just waste my. Oh wait, that's a different point system. I'm checking. That's the actual channel points here.
I could get myself that foot-long tongue.
I do not.
Trade-off is that you keep the extended jaw, though.
Foot-long tongue and
nah.
extended jaw. Can you trade points? You can combine points if you aren't a player, is how I've been running it. So if multiple people in chat want to work together towards something, I will manually take the points away from you and do that thing. But Sullivan Granick can't influence the game whatsoever. His points are in limbo.
Until
Same
Solomon
with
dies or
everyone
I
else
leave
in
the
this game.
group.
Yeah.
So long as I'm here and having fun with you all. Nope, I can't use these points.
Even if Sullivan dies, if you're still playing as a different character, you can't use them. If
Yep.
you're in the campaign, you don't get to use them.
I can, however, use these points all I want.
Yep. But I will ignore player narrative declarations too, because obviously we could say
Yeah,
something
that is
nice.
something that influences the
I could
games.
use my infinite supply of points because I'm the fucking streamer and be like, something nice happens to Mange.
That would be so cheating. God damn.
It would be. That's why we don't do it.
Yep.
It'd make it boring as shit because it would just rain money and fucking Mange would never have to leave again.
And it would.
Yeah. Little siblings, everyone. They take up time. Something
I
bad
am
happens to Mange Kappa.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
get me
you-
wrong, I'm extremely grateful that I have a chance to take this Jaws thing away, but I'm also kind of upset because if I had just had one less, I would have had giant fucking wings, and that would have been awesome.
Yeah, you can get your fucking Valkyrie fantasies another time.
More like
You get
succubus.
wings via the chaos gifts. There's flight, which the ogre got. Conk.
Yeah,
Yes,
part
yes,
with the canonic, just like dinky little fucking
Demon wings.
Bugs Life-esque goddamn wings.
But yeah, I don't want to make any mistake that I'm extremely grateful I get to hope.
You have to thank
potentially take
Marius
this
for
away.
that, I'm pretty damn sure.
Yeah, just
So Marius
don't
saved your
die.
ass with that.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank
Go
you,
down
Marius.
the wise.
Die. Joel will be trying to help with that. As will Crystal. Yeah. Yeah, you guys
She didn't fall on everyone.
continue on
Well,
down the
Solomon's going to do.
Let
Hey,
him
guys!
let him take over again. We need to get this going since we've been waiting.
Yeah, you guys continue on down the stairs, kind of leading Mange leading the way. God, I struggled there. And heading down using the light of his little chest rock to lead the way. But after a while, you start to notice you don't need the rock. There's some kind of like orange glow coming from below you. You also notice it starts to get warm, and then hot, and then uncomfortably hot. And as you come down the bottom of the stairs, you see why. As I bring you over to the map. Ignore the
Huh.
numbers.
I've seen these kind of maps around while looking for shit. I know these kind of things. They're not important for our campaign. Oh, well. That would be lava. I have a question that is very pertinent all of a sudden for something that we usually forget about because it doesn't tend to come up, but that might be at least something to consider here. Does Frostwalker make the magma slightly cooler at least?
It would cool it slightly, but it's meant for like water. You can't walk on lava with it.
Yeah, I wasn't asking to walk over the lava. I was asking if it would cool it.
It would cool it very, very slightly.
Yeah.
Mage suddenly becomes even more popular.
If I get that same chaos gift again, will you let it upgrade to fucking magma?
No. It's not horrible.
We won't run into magma again, most likely, anyway. Well, maybe we might. It's more time.
You jinxed
You
it.
don't know what the fuck it is.
I mean,
Hey,
yeah,
as long as we don't throw each other into the magma, we're fine. Now, Siegfried, get over here. We have to talk about that crossbow bolt
that
in
is
the
a good
chest.
point. This isn't lava, it is magma. It is underground, so it is magma. It's only lava when it comes above ground, which is a weird as fuck definition, but that's
I
the
don't know
actual
why
thing.
that's a thing. I don't know why that's a thing, but yeah, technically
An
it's true.
asteroid,
Technically, you're right, and technically, the English language is bullshit. Let's go.
It's like all the rocks in space are an asteroid until they hit Earth and we find a chunk of it. Then they're a meteor, which I love. That's specific. It has to hit the Earth and then find a piece of it.
Yep.
All right. So let's get moving forward. I'm going to be moving forward with Maine for once.
Yeah, so let's sort of like assume our order like so. I'm assuming we're gonna go around the lava. Does anybody have any preference for which way we go around the lava?
I guess to 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do also see this narrow path leading up to this room, seemingly.
How about let's ask Merrick where we should go?
Hey, Merrick, where should we go? Or rather, in Mange speak, hey, man thing, where go?
Well, I can't say exactly, but I would assume that those doors, and he points across the way, and all of you that can see, is a rather large set of doors on the other side of the room.
Okay.
Over 150 feet away, just seemingly covered in design, so you can't really make out much detail of from this far. So I would guess it's behind there.
Okay.
Alright.
I would
Let's go
assume that
then.
this place is trapped or something.
Oh man, I hope not. Solomon has advantage on perception rolls now, but that's still not gonna help with his perception.
Let's see if, so Solomon's art hasn't been updated. He has 2 heads now, just for everyone in chat. So yeah, he has a couple heads on his shoulder. We got up to the line art, but the color wasn't done in time for today, so I couldn't add it.
Yeah, you got
So
that
just
second
imagine-
head for fighting the
same
book
head.
letter.
Imagine the same head, but with a goatee and slightly more annoyed.
Yeah.
It is not a
The
happy
thing
head
with the
because
arc,
it's
it's got
not
like a nice
censored.
collar around the other head, but for now it's just a big hole in the armor where the head popped out.
Yep.
To become a nice collar once you get back to the base. Yeah, he mostly fought a bloodletter by himself. The others helped a bit, but he was mostly one with the magic weapon that was capable of fighting with it, as Main was under the effect of more.
Yep,
So he basically 1v1'd it. It did get hit by a comet at the start, but
yeah, we can
But
give
I
Merrick
probably
some
have
credit,
negligible
but Merrick
damage.
doesn't really want
Yeah.
his chaos gifts.
yeah, it was like 20 damage. It wasn't as amazing as it should have been. I rolled very bad on the damage. Yeah.
And it
We
was
don't
also
blame ya.
halved because it was not a magical weapon, technically, even though it was a fucking comet.
It's just a physical giant fucking meteor.
It's a thing of if it was magical damage, he would have had a 60% chance of taking no damage. And it makes more sense that it's non-magical because it's just calling in the comet. But yeah.
Yeah, it's basically used magic to make a giant fucking rock appear and
Yeah.
smash things from orbit.
But it's not making it appear, it's just it happens to be nearby and you pull it down.
Yeah.
is why magic is kind of insane in Warhammer, because they can just do that.
Yep.
That's something that any good Heavens Mage can just do.
Yep.
So yeah. As you can move yourselves around, what are you doing?
We are going
let's
to
around,
very
don't go
slowly
too
go in
much.
this direction.
So to move yourselves around, but obviously don't go like 80 foot across the room, move yourselves around slowly.
Alright, I'm gonna move me and Mange. Fucking Fluff, move you, Joel, and Crystal. Fucking Solomon, you control Mama Jones. I will assume Zach wants to keep controlling Merrick, and Siegfried, you control Morrow and Leone. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Something corn related happens, apparently.
Oh no. Please don't. Not again.
So you can think of anything good for something corny.
That is a weird glitch. I'm not sure if that was your thing is breaking for me. Your the line of sight shit was breaking for me. When I moved the two tokens at the same time, I can see through your walls and shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I've already spoiled the surprise.
I don't know why.
I've spoiled a surprise. I have premonitions, but I won't act on them. Instead, Mange will continue to walk forward very slowly like I originally intended. So, like, here. I'm gonna assume around here is when I would have to stop. Totally unintended.
Yeah. Hey, did you see through walls or did you see to the GM layer?
I know what's over here.
Yeah, it's just because you stopped exactly on the thing on the GM layer as well.
Oh, no, I saw that there were things inside of here.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And so did Stream. So,
Well,
sadly, that's been ruined.
You're gonna find out now anyway. As Mage kind of steps forward, walking along, and you see the ground beneath you kind of flashes, and this kind of blue arcane spell, like almost like symbol on the ground, just flashes and vanishes. And you see a section of the wall ahead
prepare a
vanishes.
swing at whatever the fuck comes at me.
Well, you can roll initiative.
I was
love.
hoping to get a fucking prepared action in, but I know that's sort of cheaty, so I will just
Yeah,
ignore that action.
you step on the thing, and then these things come running out.
Oh, come on, really? That's with my advantage even? Come on, game.
They
Wow,
roll good.
I almost got as much as you. I forgot to click Mange, but I got 21.
Alright,
you can add
rolling
him-
for...
If you can add him to the turn order for me, that would be great, because I forgot to click on him beforehand. I'll just type it in
Alright,
myself.
I got a bunch of stuff to add. Yeah, you can add them to the
Rolling.
turn order and then adjust it
Mama.
onto yourself.
I'll just re-roll it again and adjust it to the one I got first,
Alright, rolling.
which is a lot better than the one I got
Crystal's
second.
initiative. Not good as always. Rolling
I'm
Joel's
going-
initiative. Absolutely amazing. Joel is really high up there. He got a 20, Crystal got a 6.
Skid Scratch got a 4.
Mama got an 11.
Those are D200. That's a D201, so he did not get an initiative 75.
Yeah, I read it.
Mar- Mario
Yeah.
pops out a fucking mushroom and takes immediate turn order.
So what did Skip
Jesus.
and Mama get?
Mario!
But yeah,
Mama got
Leone is
11.
20.
Mama 11, Skid Scratch 4. Plus Dex, which would be 6, I think, at best, yeah.
From what I could tell, Mama's is like no bonus at all. So
Plus 0, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, Mama has a plus 0. Yep, you were right.
yeah.
Skip Scratch
Oh
does not
no,
have
it's not
40
nothing.
actually.
It's nothing. So,
I assume that Skip Scratch would be a 4, not a 40.
Morrow and Joel both got the same nat 20, so we need to see whose dex is better.
Not Moro, Leone.
Oh, you did it from right to left? Because the first one was a mistake.
But Leon also has a... Oh, did Joel get in that 20?
Yeah, and one of those two got a nat 22, but they both have more dex than Joel.
And Alex has a 19 dex, so...
Well, I'm not going to contest you going before. You have more than them. They both have 16 dex, so you have more dex than them. You go before Leon. I would actually still go before Joel, because I'm pretty sure I have +2, and he only has a +1 on dex.
Oh, you have better decks? Alright.
Meanwhile, Solomon is only
Joel is
almost
listed
the
as
-1.
dex 13. I have 16. I'm 15.
Oh.
Yeah, I have 15 dex.
Damn, you have good decks. I didn't think you were that dexterous.
Yeah, I mainly poured into strength, con, and dex. I rolled decently well at the beginning. Plus, I think I got a +1 from one of the fucking chaos gifts, because of course I did.
Yeah, I think that was charisma even.
Nope,
I think we all got that one.
And charisma. Never mind.
Yeah, Alex, you're stepping forward, you see this flash of light from Manger's foot, and you see the walls slide up. You just see a very tasty-looking dog stood there. Except you would see it's not a normal dog. I just couldn't get a good token for them. They're a bit larger than a normal dog, like closer to about the size of a wolf rather than a dog. But like red-skinned, no fur on them, just skin, and this large collar like thing, almost like a frill from like a king cobra, kind of sticking out from their neck.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
and I have to charge at that thing and eat it, don't I?
Your impulse is to move into...
You don't have to move closer to them. You can just only attack. So you can move wherever you want, but you can only hit. Your only action can be to bite or to dash to get closer to them.
I would recommend not immediately occupying the apparently one tile close and just preventing the rest of us from getting into combat. Maybe a prepared attack.
I'm gonna go over here, boop, and I'm gonna make a prepared attack to just absolutely chomp into anything that gets within my range that is an enemy.
Leon is controlling him.
Yeah, I'm gonna control Leon. So I think Leon could probably kind of start to close in a little there and do the same thing.
Yeah, you can move him. You should have control over him. There you go.
Everybody should be able to control the NPCs.
Let me take a wild guess of what Mange is gonna do.
He has 30. He could prepare something. Was which one? Morrow was the gunslinger guy, right? Leon wasn't.
Yeah.
Leon is the dual wielder.
So let me just get my bearings.
Move Leon. So he can actually move all the way up next to Alex if you want. From where he was, I would say right here.
Not in front. Don't be in front of Alex.
Don't accidentally walk. I would just be right beside her. We want to have a wall and make it so that they come into you. No, here. There.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Because they're coming out from this way, so if they come here, then you both get an attack. But if you're standing right here, then only one of you gets an attack, and you're locked in combat instantly. The tanks are blocking off their path to the rest of the people, basically, at this point.
Yep.
So prepared attack on
the ready attack. What was that?
Yeah, never mind. You're good. Alright. Mange is going to daintily step forward and prepare his axe, holding it like a fucking baseball bat for whatever comes close.
Wait, Mange can do things daintily?
True.
Imagine a very nimble rat man in full heavy armor trying to be dainty.
Clank, 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 clank.
Joel's coming over here and making a prepared action to punch anything that it should just throw haymakers at anything that gets within his range.
Right. The red doggo. Yeah, you see this red-skinned wolf thing bound out, kind of almost like jumping forward through the hole. So he kind of looks here. You see its head kind of rears back, and you see this glow building up in its mouth.
Oh shit.
And then what's the range? 15.
Fire daggers. I was
fire-
going to
fire.
recommend that you stood here instead, but I didn't say anything, and now I regret it.
I'm just
Should've.
reading this, and I thought it was a 15-foot cone. It is a 40-foot cone with a 15-foot base. Holy shit, that's a big thing of fire!
Oh, that will hit all of us.
As it starts 15 foot wide and then goes 40 foot. That is holy shit.
Are you really just trying to kill us in the magma pit immediately?
I thought it was a 15-foot cone.
I mean, you could demote it to a 15-foot cone if you thought that made more sense for what you were trying to balance it as. I wouldn't object. It's not
They could be
frying
twice.
the entire party, including all of our mages and
There's
squishies.
only 5 hit dice. I'll remove the 15-foot base because that seems a bit excessive. Something like this. So, say Moro is out of it. Everybody else in there is in it. No, say Siegfried will be out of it. So Mama, Solomon, Skit Scratch, Crystal, and Leon. That is a luck dex.
Well, if you're counting these like walls separately, then it would sort of like glance off a little bit.
It's fire. Fire goes around.
I know, but it
Yeah.
still
You
affects it.
can't duck behind something to
You
avoid a
said
fire.
luck dex.
Yep.
All right.
I also say Leon will have advantage because he's partially out of it.
I am going to use a reroll
Oh,
on it
thank fuck.
and still fail. Okay. Well, I don't lose luck at least, but I do lose the reroll.
All right.
Depending on how much damage, I may need to already proc my fucking rage. Great!
19.
Crystal fails.
It's not a ridiculous amount of damage, although it's
okay.
probably enough to kill Crystal.
So,
Fuck's sake.
would it-
Come the
nope.
fuck on.
Crystal has
Maro in
that-
range?
Oh wait, it has to be underneath, right? It has to be lower than.
Yeah, you want to roll lower than their luck.
So
Oh,
I rolled.
poor mama.
We rolled
Oh,
a 5,
mine
which
hit
is
it.
exactly Skid Scratch's luck. So even without the
Add
dex.
Leo and Amoro's luck to that thing.
So Skid Scratch passes.
Yeah, I just need to add.
Crystal gets just fucking wrecked, apparently.
Does Crystal succeed?
No, she doesn't.
It's one of
Alright, so
these
we
dogs
got
are like
fail.
those fucking naked cats.
Yeah. So actually, I can.
Alright, I didn't hear, was Maro in range?
Maro and
no,
Siegfried are both.
Moro and Siegfried were just out of it. They kind of get flames licking at their face, but are just out of it.
So Leon had a 19 and a 4 at his advantage roll.
Yeah, so the 4 succeeds. There you go. Getting a picture for what they look like.
40.
I think 99's trying to debuff the fire doggo.
It's LF debuff. I mean, yeah, low fantasy debuff. So we have
So,
to roll
are
all
we
the
at fail?
debuffs on the
Oh,
table.
that was shit damage. That was a 7 damage. Half of you
7
succeeded. Yeah, you did not roll good on that.
So it's rounded up for damage or down for damage? I
Rounded
forget.
down. It's 7 damage, 3 if you
I
succeeded.
always fucking forget.
7 damage.
Um,
Hey, Crystal's still alive! She didn't
So
get
Skid Scratch
one
only took 3
shot.
I
damage.
believe Crystal has resistance to fire damage.
Oh yeah, she does.
So she takes 3 anyway. If she succeeded, she would have taken 1.
Alright, I'm going
Ooh.
to roll a 1d10 to see what happens to this fire doggo. And number 5. Number 5 is going to be... He already designated the target, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5. Disadvantage on his next roll. Renaud's middle finger. So red, is it red fire doggo or is it one of the others? Because you sort of just specified fire doggo, but there are multiple apparently.
I'll say it will just apply to all of the red ones. So I'll say that since I'm categorizing them together, they'll count as like one creature for the purposes of this.
Right. Okay, we get a buff for Alex from the looks of it, so that's a 1d6. If you wanted to roll it, Fluff, just roll 1d6 for me. So I can just look it up real quick.
All right. 5.
Number 5. Light as a feather. Movement speed is doubled for d4 rounds, so roll 1d4.
Very useful in this situation.
Yes, very useful.
Especially for you.
For 1 round, you walk at double speed. The debuff hits a few of them, I'm assuming. There are multiple with the red
hitting all of the red ones.
So all
god, there's 3.
Great.
Yeah. Let me roll to see if this one can squeeze past. It does very good. It rolled a 1, so that one manages to squeeze past to get it mange.
And I swing.
This one gets jammed up in the corridor. Yeah, so means you can roll your swing. The comes running at you.
AC 23, damage 4.
Yeah, that hits. And the dog comes like bounding out and like jumping over the one in front.
I activate. I'm rolling it again for the effect, but I activate the effect of stuff. That wasn't the actual damage or anything. It was to remind me of what the fuck to do. Wielder, I need to make a luck dex. Oh no, that's a nat one.
Yeah,
on
it has to make a luck con.
It has to make a luck con. So roll a luck con for what, Fire Doggo?
That just fails.
All right, so it loses a limb. I'm going to roll. Do you want me to do 1d4 or 1d5?
Yeah, 1d4. You can't get his head, and the tail doesn't handle him.
Okay, that's why. All right, number 4. It's right leg, so it would be its right rear leg, I would assume. Yeah, hind right leg.
Back rear leg. So this thing comes. This like the first one comes out, stops, breathes out this gout of fire. You kind of like waving the axe in front of you to ward it away. As you kind of bring it down, this other dog just jumps over it and comes launching at you. And Mage kind of does a bit of a tuck and roll, kind of catching it in the leg as it goes over him. And then like quickly just like shifting into this gold as it lands. It kind of like lands awkwardly and then turns and tries to come in for a bite at you.
That was not nice. So my resting DDM is up by 4, so I'm up to 5. And luck con. I fail. I must roll on major manifestation warpstone table.
Oh no.
Let me find that table. There it is. D100. 1! Your pupils turn bright red. They revert to normal at dawn.
Does this affect my vision at all?
No, it's a purely cosmetic thing. Alright, rolling
cool.
low on the warpstone effect is good.
So Mange looks even more angry than in the fucking art that you guys are seeing.
Yeah, I feel like ducks and all cuts this thing's leg, which turns to solid gold, then comes back up to standing, the thing lunges at it, and Mange's pupils just turn bright red.
He just sort of smiles.
The dog kind of standing awkwardly, and its leg was just stuck straight out, not moving, and it just made him bold. I should stop playing with these, I keep dropping them.
We didn't get you just like a regular fucking fiddle toy to replace those in the meanwhile.
We get the Curse of Strahd deck, because that distracts my thinking. I just want something to do.
Yeah, you're just like my old friends who just always had to have something to fiddle with. My friend at school was a pencil, though.
Yeah, well, I did when I had a pencil at school. I'd just be sitting there twirling it. So yeah.
Yep.
So it jumps and leaps at you and goes to bite. That's a 12.
Does not hit.
Yeah, so like lunges at you, but kind of put off by the weird weight of its leg. It kind of bites at your ankle and you pull your leg back. And then the dog at the back, which can't manage to kind of like runs into the back of its friend and looks quite annoyed to kind of rears back and also breathes out its fire. This one a lot more narrow, just kind of
immune to it, or just resistant?
Nope, neither. Kind of breathing out its kind of fire.
So it's getting an ass full of fire.
But it has disadvantage.
No, this is your roll. Oh, and also the dog should have had this on that. Still missed. Didn't get any worse. Yeah, it doesn't roll. You guys roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
So
you three have
Alex,
to
Joel,
do
and Leo make a luck dex. As does the dog in front of him, and he has disadvantage on it.
Dex, a luck dex or just a dex?
luck decks.
Luck dex. Right, the dogger in front fails. Disadvantage
damage.
causing it to. Not much better damage. 9.
So
Yay, passed.
so you take 4 damage.
You also need one for Joel and one.
Yeah, roll for Joel, and somebody needs to pay attention to roll for Leon.
Oh shit! Yep.
Pay the fuck attention, you dingus! What is this?
what is-
I was actually reviewing some stats.
crossbows in the sides of fucking rats.
I was actually looking at some stats. I was not completely won.
Woo!
What is Leon?
Joel
What is Joel's
just-
luck?
Joel's luck is 8. And I rolled
that's
one.
perfect.
God damn.
just
So
Joel
yeah,
and Leon.
Leon and Joel only take 4 damage. So Leon,
Yeah,
they
Joel
also-
needs to get his HP up. Has he? I wish he could level up.
Can. You just have to take a downtime to train him, and you failed the last
yeah,
time. You
you
broke
failed
his
it
shield.
last time.
And I've been
did the-
scared to do it ever since.
Well, you haven't had a downtime since. That was
We
the last
haven't had a
downtime.
downtime since, yeah.
That's also fair.
That could be something to do during this downtime. Well, if we get back to the place.
If we
Catching
survive.
his friend from the back. You guys kind of like dropping to the ground with this fire because mostly of you is still kind of burnt your backs. Siegfried. You're
So
way
just to
back.
clarify something,
Mhm.
the anti-magic thing on a stone, would that shut off any magic effects?
You don't know. So you guys haven't had a chance to investigate it. You just know what the guy said it did. And what Merrick has been able to ascertain. It seems to just draw the magic from the area into it.
So Siegfried, I would honestly recommend at least getting into melee with one of these things to dissuade it from using its fire cone again.
Oh, definitely. Yep, so you have
Also,
to act in melee.
Yeah,
don't
and
you have to? Don't we have to have Siegfried roll a thing for something?
Not every turn. I decide when.
Okay.
Once per
I just want to
session.
make sure you remember it exists.
I'm not always
Okay.
going to do it during combat. I'm having it just at random points.
All right. So it was from here. Boom.
To get there, you would have to go past there, so this dog will get an attack on you. Could stand there to not.
Yeah, if you move like here, you're in range of both of them, and you don't proc an attack. Siegfried, Ken,
Gamer?
to the left, one tile to the left. He was saying
Oh,
if you move to this tile, you would move through this dog's range and get attacked opportunity on you, but you can still swing from there.
Yeah, we'll do the less opportunity attack.
As the fire from the last dog runs out, Siegfried sprints off, kind of swinging his blade at the dog that's jamming up its friend.
2 attacks of opportunity.
Well,
Kind of coming up just as the dog, just as this like swinging around to bite at its friend, its mouth is open, and notices you and just takes a quick lunge for you, and misses as well. And he comes swinging up the blade, nips at your hand, you pull it back.
Oh, boy.
Not managing to hit you.
Well,
Solomon.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Come on, snap to the.
so assumedly, at least within like so many feet, magic isn't working around you. So I'm gonna just estimate 10 feet at first, and it might be worse. I did that wrong.
Yeah, someone's going to move like this.
Remember, if you click and hold on your token and then right click, you can make a little ruler thing pop from it.
Ah, just moved him over with a map all over. God damn it.
I'm just drawing this more out of boredom.
And this place is wide enough that you can just move through allies.
There we go.
Once again,
And he's going to take a nice big swing at this man.
Moving to
Once
that
again, would proc an attack of opportunity from this guy because you have to move through his tile.
Would he though? Because I'm blocking now too.
Yeah.
Where would it?
Another 35 move. You
Yes.
can do this.
He had 25, and then he got the hooves, so now he has 35.
Oh, So you can just move
And
like
even
this
then,
to
I
avoid
have
it.
Crusader, so I can actually bonus dash.
Oh wait, you have fucking hooves?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me for
Yeah.
your art, you fucking dipshit.
Shit!
Oh yeah, we forgot that for the art. Well, he's got armor.
And he's gonna swing with his nice little sword.
Yeah, his boots should be different.
I guess a 19 hits.
Yeah, you run up, swinging the blade, kind of slashing this thing as it goes for Siegfried, slashing it across the frills.
And it loses.
Needs to make it look real. Is a 14 a +2?
14 is +2, yes. 12, 13, 14, 15.
No, 14 is a +1 in this. The mods are slightly different. Yeah, because the 16 is a +2. The mods are different in this to D&D.
Yep.
So it just fails. So it takes the full willpower damage.
Alright. Alright.
I wonder what will kill it first, the damage or the willpower reduction.
It's looking hurt.
Yeah, I don't know what will kill it first.
You're slashing this blade into it, taking this big gouge out of the frills around its neck. It's like hot blood kind of spraying out. Mama.
Okay, I have control of mana right now.
Yeah, you're covering Mama.
Okay, let me bring up the sheet because I have no idea what the hell Mama has on him.
Mama has a hook. Please
That's a hook and
fucking
fire
stop.
box.
We're trying to strategize here. God damn it.
The rat
He
catcher.
has a bunch of fire pots, and he also has a hook that he can use to grapple people in place more easily.
Also,
does
a
also-
dagger and the healer's kit, actually.
He also has fire pots in his hook. He should do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
He has 8 fire pots.
The rat
Would you
catcher
have-
is his thing.
Would he have brains enough to actually try and catch one of these fire-breathing dogs, or would he just straight out kill it? Because I don't know how his personality works.
Oh, the rat catcher kind of catches things and does damage. That's the point of it. They grab
Yeah, but
things
I'm
and stab.
considering, will he use the rat catcher, or will he use the fire pot to just kind of give some return fire to
They're
these
fire
fire?
things, and it would hurt all of us because it's a 5-foot radius. I'm thinking, so it would cover this entire area at best, and hurt
Well, he can
allies.
get it here.
Yeah, I would have planned him to toss there.
He's got 11 in, so he's technically slightly above average. Yeah, he's not dumb.
Alright.
Alright, he's gonna move. Would he be able to stand here?
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a difficult throw from there. The throw would be better from around here. He actually has a clear sight.
He's gonna stand behind Leon despite the danger and use a fire pot. Then I'll have to roll a D100 for missing, I guess.
No, it's just a D20 plus 0 and a +2. He's an NPC. And it's against AC 10 because he's just aiming for the area.
Alright,
Yeah.
14.
The spot, and they have to do a thing.
So he walks up, takes this small clay pot that's covered by this leather stuff on the top. Takes it and throws it kind of at the wall next to the dog. It shatters and the liquid just ignites immediately upon contact with the air, just setting the entire area on fire. And both of those guys take d6 damage. I rolled the d6.
Yep. 1d6. Oh, God damn it!
1 damage. It's mostly on the floors. It didn't get much on the doors.
Yeah, and is it something that constantly is there?
It stays there for a while. It's kind of like sticky stuff that sticks more and burns.
That's sweet. Someone's going to be able to actually keep the doggos there with his tower shield.
Okay. The blue dog is.
Are they gonna move through the fire pod area?
They are not that smart. They're intelligence 2.
God damn.
They're not innately afraid of fire, because I would say normal wolves is fire, stay away. But these guys aren't really normal wolves. Yeah, they live near magma, not too bothered.
Would someone actually have a chance with arcane lore?
Do you want to roll an arcane lore to see if you know what these are?
Yep.
Hey,
sweet, I do know.
These are called flesh hounds, sometimes also called hellhounds. They're lesser demons of corns, very, very minor. They're almost natural creatures, but not quite. They're closer to very mutated wolves than the actual demons, but they are technically considered demons. Yeah, they can breathe fire. You've seen have a small innate magic resistance. Well, small, but decent innate magic resistance. And they're not too smart, but they're about as smart as a wolf, but don't have the fears of fire and all that.
Oh, joy.
Hurt by fire anyway.
So I'm going to come up and try and hit into the wall. That's a nat 20. As Solomon, you see one of the wolves kind of running up, taking a big jump, but taking too big of a jump as it whacks into the ceiling and falls back down into the fire, on its back.
Well,
one of Solomon's heads actually begins to fucking laugh like an idiot while the other's just focusing on keeping a guy out.
Taking a hefty thump from the roof and then landing on its back in the fire.
Yep.
And the last one, after seeing that, isn't going to try and jump it and just going to just breathe out the fire.
Ah, motherfucker!
I'll say, Solomon, since there is a bit of a wall there, you'll have advantage. But Solomon, Joel, Alex, Leon, and Mama.
Wouldn't Solomon be able to kind of block the door with his tower shield to help the others a little?
Yeah, you can use shields just to negate damage. So if you wanted to, you could use it for that.
fuck the shield.
Yeah, you can put the shield in, the fire goes around it, because that's how fire works. That's why flamethrowers are using its cover. So the dogs that were in the thing.
Joel does not make it.
Fail. The last one fails.
Siegfried.
Did you say Siegfried? I heard Leon.
Yeah, you need to roll for
you're
him.
controlling Leon!
I already did roll for him, though. He got 17.
And one for Siegfried as well, but you have advantage. Because
These idiots are gonna kill themselves.
Yeah. They're not particularly loyal to each other.
Yeah, Siegfried too.
As just barely succeeded. The other two failed.
Did you roll for Mama?
Was Mama still in the cone?
Yes. This is the cone.
Yes.
And it is 12 damage, 6 on a success.
So Mama is still down.
So Siegfried failed. Did Leon?
I don't know, did Leon?
Leon got 17.
That's a fail. You want low.
He does not have
Alright, yeah.
17 luck, no.
So he gets 12 damage, so he's down to 5 health. I did it for you.
Alright, but
Someone save the rat, man!
Clarify.
How is Joel doing?
I was going to
Joel
argue that I should
failed.
be able to chuck it from
So
over here.
Joel is down.
So I'll say that since you guys can give your rerolls to them, you guys can give your rerolls to the NPCs if you want. So Alex could use one of her rerolls to let Joel reroll it if you wanted.
Doing it for
So
Mama
that you guys
wouldn't do
can-
anything because Mama passed and still gone down.
Yep.
My rerolls, yeah. I
If you
have
have-
plenty. I don't. I'm
So
out.
Solomon or Siegfried could also give their rerolls if they wanted.
Yeah, I
to.
give him one of mine.
Alright,
Okay, thank God.
Roll
roll
again.
another d20.
I'm back down to 2 rerolls.
That's even worse.
Siegfried could offer one of his for Leon
You
if
can't.
he
You can't
wanted to.
reroll a reroll.
No, I said for Leon if he wanted to mitigate Leon's damage.
So Joel goes.
Yeah, well,
Right. Take away one of your rerolls and reroll his luck dex then. See if he. That's
Wow.
still not good. Okay.
Oh,
same
people
damage.
are going down. God damn.
Leon is still up, but barely.
So it's a good thing these guys are modified hellhounds. Normal hellhound is 5d6 damage. These guys are 3d6, but they're better matched. Yeah, normal hellhounds are even more scary.
oh, I can't click on Siegfried for some reason.
Yeah, so this one kind of breathes out the fire, kind of spraying it into his friends and out into all of you. Mama kind of like Leon kind of tucking rolling out of the way, still getting a big blast along his back, but then leaving Mama just kind of stood there getting out of the fire pot. It's like, he just gets blasted in the face. Joel kind of there, like, enjoys it. He kind of brings up the arm that normally has the shield on, silly before realizing, I don't have a shield today, and is getting blasted in the face with this fire and like dropping down, kind of trying to pat himself out.
Joel, come on, don't.
Crystal.
Can Crystal,
Crystal-
maybe drag Mama out of the range of getting coned again along? Might be a good idea. Or
She's
if,
a fucking baby dragon.
yes,
I'll
and
say
he's a
since-
tiny ass fucking Skaven.
I will say, since Solomon succeeded that, you would know it takes them a bit to recharge their fire breath. That they can't do.
They're-
Basically, not going to get it more than once per combat.
Oh yeah, but how do I know there aren't other ones that are going to come up and burn their
Yeah.
allies? Just burn Mama again. Another one
would
could
agree.
easily be like,
Fire
fuck
breath,
everything,
two
come
to
up to
go.
here and do it again and still be able to
Yeah,
hit Mama.
Actually, yeah, the one that like tried to jump and smash itself on the roof hasn't used its fire breath yet. So there's one
And
that
this
still has.
one here has neither, has it?
No, the one in the back just.
Wasn't Mama
This is-
like
this
3
is-
feet tall, right? 3 feet and change?
I believe so. Mama is quite short.
Yes, Mama is small. Crystal could drag Mama away.
Okay, but let me make that. I probably will, but let
I'm-
me make that decision.
Yes, I'm just trying to clarify that. Yes, he is definitely small enough to be dragged away by Crystal. He's not a big
Okay.
Skaven like me.
Can Crystal occupy the same space as a PC because she can fly?
Yeah, she can fly above them.
All right. Yeah, I see what you're
So-
probably getting at.
Because I was going to kind of fly above Solomon and just take these guys out so we can finish this.
And the crystal
Yeah.
only has a 10-foot breath, so she can get 2 of them.
That's
That's
good enough for Solomon.
That's
So the thing is,
And-
she's a little dragon, and Star Dragon Breath is a lot more of like a line of fire than like a cone. Star Dragons are much more like snipers than other fire breath. Each dragon
It's a
has
good
its
thing
own
she's
fire
going
breath.
to be firing straight in.
so yeah. If with your permission, because I just
Yeah, go
wanna.
ahead.
All right, she's going to do her Star Dragon Breath because we did just take a short rest.
Crystal should have taken some damage.
Oh
I
yeah,
believe.
I can't control that really though.
Yeah, you click on the token in the green bubble, you put minus the number. And it
Oh,
should drop.
So it would have been -3 from that one that Crystal actually got hit by, the 7 damage one.
Yeah, she's a,
all right.
she's a,
Awesome!
yeah. So
Alright.
Chris
You were down a healer.
like sees this kind of flaps out the wings, flies up, getting above
You wanna play?
Solomon. You see this like white glow build up in the chest before this like stream of just like white hot fire sprays out onto these wolves, these flesh hounds.
Alright, so first do they I'm gonna just roll the
They both fail.
Alright, roll
Both
fire
fail.
damage.
7.
Nice.
7. Yeah. Just breathing that out, and the front one that's kind of like recovering from being stabbed by that's kind of looks up in time, there's like line of fire through its face, and it just collapses to the ground. Rolling, trying to put out the fire that is currently on. It gets blasted by more fire and seems to be quite annoyed. And is hurt. Merrick
Watch him detonate.
cannot do much because the guy with the anti-magic crystal just ran ahead into the mass. So he's like, well, anti-magic, I guess, is probably just going to get cancelled in there. Yeah, he's gonna cast shield on himself.
Wait, no, we forgot that!
No, he forgot Circle of Protection.
Oh.
Yep.
I was thinking he could probably at least get Mama Jones.
He doesn't have enough movement.
Yeah, he doesn't
can't
have
even
healing,
reach
and he's also not running it. He's also not running into there. He's a squishy wizard.
Skid Scratch is going to do that. Skid Scratch is going to be like, get Mama! And is it possible for him to move forward, grab Mama, and drag it like half speed backwards?
Yeah. What is Skid Scratch's strength?
Skid Scratch doesn't have a lot.
Skid Scratch only a strength check. So roll a d20 -1. It's not a massively high DC.
Oh, he's fine.
But I said it, so we'll accept it. So yeah, he goes up and starts pulling Mama away, and he can dash to move further,
Yeah.
pulling Mama away and like storing him behind the wall.
And that is his turn, and that is fine.
One of Solomon's heads yells, check the fucking rat man's life signs.
So Moro, having seen all this fearsome flame almost engulf his brother, be glad he's out over there. He's going to shoot. See, I guess technically neither of these are in a melee now. He's gonna.
Yeah, you can shoot at that one at the back.
Yeah, if you shoot that one, not in melee.
Does Moro have any medical capabilities or no?
No,
I don't believe so.
he
No.
does those pistols. Mama's the one with medical capabilities.
Yeah. Great.
Alex also has one spell slot now, I believe, which she has heals.
Which is, it's going to Joel.
Alright, so that
I'm
shot
pretty
was
sure
at
Solomon
Red.
has something too.
Yeah, first shot misses. He can offhand shoot as well.
Okay, I can see that Solomon's going to get busy.
I mean, I was gonna say offhand shoot at the blue one, and fuck it, I'll keep it the same.
So burst of the red one.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
hit.
So he steps up, first shot kind of hitting into the wall next to him, the second shot being up and hitting it in the face. That is a nat 19.
Mm.
Take a piece of armor from it if it survives.
Yeah, it doesn't have armor.
It doesn't have. Well, it doesn't. It just reduces. Yeah, reduces armor. Yeah, it's got like scaly skin. That would count as armor, I'd say. He just blasts a hole into this thing's side, taking out a chunk of like the weird scale. That is mostly what it does. It kind of wings it, kind of taking off this line of scales off of its back. Not doing much damage, but kind of winging off some of the scales.
Alright.
As Alex, you desire to feed.
Alex
You
is
cannot
basically.
heal.
I can't.
The only
No,
action you
you're-
can do is to bite or
You
hold
have
action
to
if they're
go
not
into
close.
combat or wait for them to come to you.
Yeah.
You cannot
You can
heal them
bite,
because
dash
of their
towards an
jaws.
enemy, or hold a bite. Those are your only options. Outside of combat, you can heal. During combat, you cannot.
Fuck's
There's no
sake.
that.
I already hate
Yeah,
this.
As
so
Alex kind of
fucking
looks
bad.
over at Joel, like, I should heal him. Then you feel your eyes just drawn back towards it. Like, they would be so tasty. They're already being roasted. You just like your overextended jaw is just salivation. It's like this waterfall like pouring out of Alex's mouth.
Alex is gonna come over here and just take a chunk out of this thing. Alright,
So like,
let
as
me...
Maine's pushing this thing back with its golden leg, Alex just comes up and goes to bite his head. 15 hits. These guys do not have amazing AC. And 9 damage. So that just comes up and like bites into its leg, ripping out this chunk of flesh.
One of its other remaining legs.
Yeah, it's not too happy about that.
Gee, I wonder why.
Leon is not doing too great. He's quite hurt.
Yeah. So when Leon tries to get the hell out of here, would he be able to grab Joel and like drag him with him?
Yeah, if he could like drag Joel out this way. Which, by the way, for the context,
into the unknown, though.
This is like a hill. This is like a raised area. It's not like a room. So I doesn't have the line.
Maybe back here instead.
I would
you could, like,
recommend
drag
dragging
Joel
him back towards where we were, because we know that that's relatively safe and we have other people to cover. So
Yeah.
I would not drag him into unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
And Solomon's
Yeah.
going to be busy here at the moment.
Yeah, be able to drag him 25 foot back.
Alright, yeah, he's gonna do that.
Over to here. Yeah, so he just goes up, kind of be like, I don't want to hang around in the fight anymore. That hurts. He just sees Joel like, trying to put himself out. He just goes over, like, helps pat him out and starts pulling him back as Joel is there. Just in pain from the burns.
Alright, so this one doesn't look winded yet?
No.
Alright.
Got Alex like biting onto its haunch, but other than that,
I mean, I
He's
chopped
taken
off
a
its fucking
swing, but-
leg.
I
No, it's
mean,
not
Alex
it's really
is
hit and
adept
then
in
turned
eating ass.
you're on its leg. It's in front of you.
You said
You're hiding
haunches, so I
here.
was gonna
It
make
lost that
I mean,
one.
like shoulder. Yeah, I mean like shoulder. Yeah, as Alex is like grabbed on and biting one of its front legs. It's got this like golden leg sticking out of the back at this like awkward angle.
Alright,
It's kind of just like frank.
so Mange is going to... I need to fix this thing because I forgot to do that earlier. We doing reckless attacks now. So for the short sword, that's just raw. For the great axe, that's advantage, and for the tentacle, that's advantage.
So yeah, Mange like takes a breath and you see the rune on his axe just glows.
And Mange is also going to, considering
and,
we already have people going down, I'm going to assume this.
By the way, for the reckless attack, that only applies to the weapon. That doesn't apply to your tentacle as well.
All right, so only for
That's like
that.
the rune. Yeah.
So the rune only applies to the warp stone great axe, not any of the other weapons.
Yeah, it's on the weapon. It's not on you.
Yeah, but it just says allows the wielder to perform reckless attacks in general. That's what you had me put on.
Yeah, but it's like
whatever.
for the weapon, because most people don't have bonus action attacks.
All right.
Yeah, it's just for that one weapon.
All right, and I'm also proccing my ferocious rage because I'm assuming shit's hitting the fan, and I want to end this quicker, preferably. So that is a +2 to
Takes
hit
like
and
a
damage.
breath, his eyes start to glow even more as the rune like emits this white light as it's activating, starts swinging.
Mange is going to first do this. AC 21, damage 17.
Oh, that hurts. And it's like distracted with Alex chewing on it, and he just jabs the axe into its neck and yanks it back out. Things like staggering, blood spraying out. It's still standing, but barely. It's on 2 hit points.
And Mange is going to slap it with a tentacle as an offhand.
You're going to pull the
It's
axe out,
down.
and the tentacle just presses into the spot where you just cut out like a wedge out of its neck. Just presses and it burns through until you feel something and it's a give way, and the head just collapses forwards.
And Mange...
hanging off by a flap.
So question, can I move here and still make an attack with my offhand weapon against this one?
So you'd be walking into fire,
Yeah, and?
and you can't split movement and actions, unfortunately.
All right.
Hmm.
So Mange,
Yeah, it's gonna just swing in a way that you can't swing. Swing.
So Mange is going to voluntarily move over this corpse, but before he moves away from Alex, he's going to say, "No, eat gold leg," and I'll take whatever damage I get from being in that fire.
Yeah, you end your turn. This you take d6. You take 4 fire damage, half to 2.
All right.
Just like,
That's fine.
just like standing around this like burning fuel on the ground, just taking the heat. Joel is unconscious. Red doggos.
One
Let's
red
see
doggo is
what
down, the
left.
other's in my face.
Yeah, the one last red doggo. He's gonna go up, stand on this burning corpse, and just face this one. It then rears up and tries to bite you, and rolls a natural 3. This jumps up, bites onto your leg, and you see it chewing at this like metal armor. Not getting anywhere. Siegfried.
So if Siegfried wanted to use his elastic limbs to counteract the having to go into the fire, could he hit the blue one? Or if he steps up a foot?
And if you step up, you'll be in the fire. It's in order this spot.
Shit.
Yes, so you can attack the red one at disadvantage with your elastic limbs, or you could step up and like attack it normally.
But would he get hurt by the fire if he uses elastic limbs?
If you're hitting the red one from there, no.
All
If you
right.
step up to hit the blue one, yes.
First time using elastic limbs. Let's go.
Yeah, so you guys see Siegfried kind of plants his leg, kind of holds the great sword like a spear, and then just lunges forwards, but not with his body like normally. And his arms just extend outwards, kind of carrying the sword forwards.
Swing, bada.
Yeah, so kind of not used to it. It kind of goes up and then kind of goes off to the slides, goes off to the left very slightly, and just clangs against the wall next to it, barely missing the thing.
He lets him just look of just pure like disgust as he does it too.
Yeah, it kind of clangs that and then kind of wind backwards like a tape measure. You can extend out and they'll just snap back into place quite painfully. It's not a fun experience. Solomon, you are
Right,
underneath.
before
Chris.
Solomon is allowed to take his turn, I want to say, and this is completely unrelated to the actual stream, when I send you work in progress art for your character, double check your fucking character sheet to make sure there's no obvious physical features that need to be changed. He managed to fix it, but he kindly asked that I forward on the fact that you're a dipshit. So, no, he didn't say it like that, but I thought it prudent to do so. I send you work in progress stuff so you can tell me to fix shit. So, Radek, next time that happens, you're paying for it out of your pocket, bitch.
That is fair enough.
Anyway, now you can take your turn.
Yeah. Solomon's going to be a little bit busy here as he goes here and straight here.
Yeah. You can move yourself. You're just under crystal. You can't move crystal. Yeah.
Nope.
Remember,
And
you can move to allies, so you could just walk like this. You didn't have to go around. It's only like narrow corridors, but it takes extra.
okay, so gotta ask here, skills, are they counting as a bonus action or just an action?
Like medicining people is an action.
Damn it, so I can't do a blessing and an apothecary.
Like a check to see what you know about it is basically free. But like going up and medicining, like bandaging people up and all that is a full action.
You have to spend your time doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
We got
And
the
like
combat on the
check
front
the
line.
injuries, see what they need to bandage them up.
Yep, okay. First up is Joel.
Right.
Let's see. Should I do a blessing or a
Wait, hold up.
apothecary?
Is there something that they have to do on their turns when they have their things happen?
Oh, no. No, it's at the end of the combat, you see
the
if
end.
they're alive, and you roll for injury. And it's
And
not
then if
bothered to
you-
roll for injury because I'm on the Hellhound sheet and I don't want to have to find it again.
All
I'll
right.
roll for their injuries later. I'm technically meant to roll for the injuries after the fight anyway, we've just done it before for the sake of flavour.
Yep.
That's it, they've just been
And
burned, so the results will be later anyway.
Yeah, so Solomon's going to do an apothecary check to stabilize Joel. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll say within that one, Joel will get advantage on his injury check.
Nice.
I hope I can do the same thing
As
for
you
Mama
like
next
see
time.
the burns, like kind of reach into Mama's pouch and get out some like burn salves, which you kind of talked with Mama a couple of times and found out what the various stuff he has does. Take out the burn salves, start slapping them on, like bandaging everything up.
Yeah, and Solomon starts with Joel because smooth skin, fur, burns, it's still an extra layer.
Well, it's yeah. So Mama's like the fur that's remaining is like smoldering away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just do that
There we
to
go.
note to myself. Right, blue doggos. The front blue one still has its fire because it's like recovering and getting off of the ground. I realized the red one should have taken damage last turn. It took 4. It's still alive. Yeah, the blue one just kind of like gets up, like shaking its head as it realizes this, sees everything all cramped up, and just like, well, I got my fire. Just breathes that out.
Oh no!
I'm
That
just
is
going to
a-
take. I take half damage anyway, so I'm not even gonna roll the luck.
Yeah. So Siegfried, you'll have advantage since there's a wall giving you partial cover from it.
And Crystal gets half cover, right? Half damage already to the fire
Oh,
resistance.
Crystal is Crystal takes half damage regardless.
Yeah.
And the
So
wolf at the
Siegfried and
front.
Alex need to take it, right?
Yeah, Siegfried and Alex need to make the check. Oh, you can choose to fail it, not eat the luck. Oof! That's 14 damage. Red Wolf is dead.
Crystal is still dead.
And if Crystal succeeds, then she'll take quarter damage.
So Crystal wants to roll luck dex.
With the
And
quarter
get a
14.
She is flying up at like what would be a weird angle for them. So say Crystal would have advantage because she'll be flying like the wing would push it down and all that.
Roll up. All right. Shall I? Would the reroll let him roll with advantage again?
Let me. Yeah, I was just checking what their deck was. Yeah. Reroll, you'd roll with advantage again.
All right. Mange offers Crystal the reroll, so reroll it. Fluff. Like,
And
roll
once
again
more.
because advantage. This is your last chance. Nope.
Yeah, that 6 luck plus 1 dex just barely failed. This wolf
And
breathes
they're-
out the fire, kind of enough of it goes up that catches Crystal, and they start like kind of trying to bat it out, and you see this poof out.
Oh, we tried. Luckily, they're undying, unlike Joel. So you have yourself muted still, Fluff. By the way, I'm not sure if you noticed.
All right, so if we succeeded on our roll, then is that half damage or quarter damage?
You succeed at 7 damage. It was only quarter
Alright.
for Crystal because she was already resistant to fire.
Alright, well, looks like I'm taken down to 14. Taken down 14 hit points, so that's great.
Solomon and Mama is going to be very busy here.
And then the dog at the back is going to just shove past its companion to get into there. It's going to take some damage from being in the fire. They do not seem overly bothered by the damage, but they're just taking it. So it goes up and tries to bite Mange. Hey, with a 20. First hit of the day for these guys.
Oh, hey, great.
And most likely for that.
What the hell?
20 or nat
Five.
20?
In total 20. That's
Okay.
5 damage.
Yeah, 5 damage, which is 2 because
Ah.
this is the
comes
only
up,
saving grace right now for us right now.
It comes up, like, bites onto the other leg, and you're like, the teeth, like, punching through it just barely.
Oh boy. Hey chat,
But,
you can influence the game, just an FYI.
Uh,
If you have buffs, you could potentially heal someone and give it to Mama. Maybe.
Don't worry, I got her. Him.
Him.
That goddamn name keeps getting us all.
He!
yeah, there's not really much Merrick can do. You're just gonna step up.
Mama!
He
You're
could magic
fucking dead!
He could
No!
magic
God, if Solomon can say anything about it.
Magic in the way. Skit scratch.
Is
All right.
Not useful
Solomon,
here.
you can get. Solomon, do you have a favor?
Let me double check. I do believe I have a favor lying about I haven't used. Yep.
All right. So you can have 2 then.
Oh, narrative
Have a
declaration.
second favor. Yeah, that's what it is. Nurgle. Yeah, you get. You feel grandfather Nurgle's love just course over you, and you can take a second favor. That you're technically not supposed to be able to have, but fuck it, it's my game.
Which I'm what not.
So, Skid Scratch is going to basically be like fire bad and hide even further and just get out of the way of Solomon and like sit in this nook.
Good plan. Good plan.
Morrow is gonna take another shot at injured blue dude in back.
You need to kind of like step up and around because there's a bit of a wall in the way.
At earliest, you could probably maybe do it here, but it would still be
Yeah,
difficult.
you have like cover there. So over here, you can just basically shoot like between Mange's legs.
Yeah, so she's gonna shoot.
Nice.
You too.
That's a hit. Roll your damage. That might kill it. It's pretty hurt.
What is his damage on his guns?
3d6 plus 2, I think.
6.
Yeah.
It is still alive, but just barely. It's on 2 hit points.
All right. Let's see if I can get
He's
it
gonna-
turned with the critical.
Well, hang on though. If he could still shoot with his offhand can. He has 5 guns in total.
Yeah, he'll have 1 more gun afterwards.
Shoot at the one that I'm in combat with, I would say.
Remember, it gets extra AC, and if it misses, he can shoot you.
Yeah, but I'm mage, and I have my special ability
Oh, yeah,
that's
you
never
got-
gotten fucking used to make it harder to hit me.
So Morrow could potentially get smacked to show this off. All right.
And the more shoots at the other one. D20 plus 4 to hit. 11, that misses. Reroll to hit Mange with disadvantage, I believe.
Nope, it's a -2 to hit, I'm pretty sure, is how we had it set up. Custom feature, Mange has proven himself enough at fighting. Any range attack against Mange takes a penalty of -2 to hit.
Oh yeah, we just had it as any ranged. Yep, so total of D20 plus 2.
Fourteen.
14, I believe that misses.
That would miss.
He's kind
Yeah.
of aiming for the thing and fires, and you feel the bullet kind of clang off the back of your leg.
Like
Alec.
lands off it, and Mange is just like, don't need another hole in chest.
Because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to get into
Yeah,
that fire,
stop.
Alex is just going to continue to consume.
But they've all used the. Oh yeah, you can't walk into the fire. So yeah, Alex is just chewing on this dead wolf. Kind of chew
Wait,
around.
the fire's up, you said?
This fire is still here.
I think like the dogs are out of fire. Yeah, I just starts chewing on it, kind of gets to this metal leg and just clang, bites around it. It's nice
Now
barbecue.
chew gold leg!
It's got this nice like smoky like barbecue flavor. Tastes like it's been drenched in barbecue sauce. Yeah, Leon is gonna be staying out of it. He's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Mate.
Alright. Mange is going to start off. I still have the Ferocious Rage for this turn.
Mhm.
I am still doing reckless attacks with the axe, but first, this tentacle is aimed at the dude with 2 HP.
Yep.
Should knock it out.
He did.
Then, Warp Zone Chop. Oh boy! That was with advantage
Nice.
because reckless.
Is
So-
the crit damage correct? Because we keep having that weapon.
Yes,
The
because
crit
I have it actually written in
Yeah.
Great Axe.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't it like D12 plus strength plus
Yeah, The
advantage?
the maximum damage you can do plus half your level. Round
Plus
it
half-
up.
So maximum damage I can do would be 1d12 plus 2, then level 2. Because I'm level 4, quote unquote.
Well, plus your strength bonus. It's
Yeah,
12.
that's already what I added in. So it's 12 plus 2 is 14, plus 2 for the level is 16, so that's accurate.
Oh, well, you also get +2 from your raging, so it'll be 18 while you're raging.
Well, yeah, sorry, I didn't add that in then.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's an even hit, as it's not looking like it's too happy right now.
I am procking my thing on a critical hit. Because fuck you, I want your leg. So roll a luck con for him.
It succeeds. I rolled a 3.
So it keeps it, so I still have to do my thing, so I'd roll 1d4 and another 4, so I'm up to 9 on the DDM. Great. And I have to do a luck con roll, and I pass.
So the
Wait, no,
next time
that's still a pass, yeah.
So the next time Mangy uses a magic item, he's gonna trigger.
I am basically at a 50% chance to trigger now, knowing our luck, so yes. No, I'm at like a 70% chance to trigger that at this point now.
Yeah, the bottom one you kind of like press your tentacle and like burn into its skull and thing collapses down to the fire.
Oh yeah, I have one more attack.
The one you kind of bring the axe down, hitting into the arm, you see his like front leg like get this like gold like shimmering color to it, but it doesn't actually like change. And you go to stab it with the knife, but you like stab at its face, just the thing opens its mouth and just tries to bite your hand, and he gets advantage. 17
would hit because I'm not in Rowan's radius right now. So yeah.
3 damage. So 1 damage.
Ow.
Stab at him with your like hand blade, and it can like bite like.
Ow! I just
your
sort of turn
fingers.
and look at it, and I just frown, and I'm just like Nazi. Oh yeah. Am I going to assume that these guys are the thing that Korn sent at us from that fucking narrative declaration?
So from the narrative declaration, I can't really think of anything good for that because, I think you gotta figure out this place is fairly Korn themed anyway.
All right, so I'm gonna refund that for him, and he can do it again later on if he wants.
Throw a blood letter at you, but I'm like, it's not really.
If you can ever just like not fulfill one, just let me know because I always just say reject and give them their points back.
Yeah. Siegfried, gonna try an elastic limbs again?
Yeah, maybe. So which one's actually the one in the back? Is the one that actually died?
The one in the back is dead.
This one is still up.
Yeah, there's just the one fight. That's the only dog that's left.
You would have to barely step into a fire to do it, so you would take some minor damage from that, but it's not very much.
You get an elastic limb, or you can take the d6 damage.
Solomon wrote
I think it would be funny to try elastic
Mama.
What?
It's Siegfried's turn, not Solomon's.
Yeah, he just votes for it.
Hmm.
Do you want to step in and take d6 fire damage, or do you want to attack with disadvantage?
I want to. I do. I'm kind of want to elastic limbs can work. Yeah.
2 electric boogaloo, go! Bitch, you won't.
You get down, crits me, and he just kills him. Even with the -2.
If he manages to crit me when I'm still have the... Oh yeah, my rage has technically gone away now. Great. Alright, what was it to hit? -2?
10, and he misses. Yeah,
Doesn't he have to roll like a... Does he have to roll a 3-sided die to see if he even has to roll to hit me?
Well, he's meleeing. He's not...
Is that... Does it count as
Why? Never mind.
Wait, does it count as a ranged attack?
No. I thought you were doing I thought you were doing what I was egging you on to do.
It's just crossbow. To see if he wanted to hit you, but whatever. He missed anyway. Solomon.
Okay.
Let's see him stabilize Mama. Come on, that one.
Well, that worked.
Yes, you start bandaging up and using the salves on Mama.
There we go.
Doggo! Fight! Oh, that's 18.
Does hit.
He hits. For 2 damage! 2d4!
Wow, I'm going down 1 HP at a time.
Their main thing is the fire. Without the fire, they don't really do that much. They have 2d4 damage and they roll ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not much Merrick can do because there's anti-magic rock guy here. So he's like, well, I can't do magic over there. They don't have any healing stuff. So
does Morrow even have any more guns?
He's got 1.
Alright, so let's just skip
Hold
down.
up. Skid Scratch is going to do something. Cheat.
Oh, I had
Ooh.
to step out real quick.
Throw a knife.
Yep, he's gonna come up to here next tomorrow, and he's just going to be like, "Help me! Throw a knife!"
Imagine like Skid Scratch runs over, kind of does a cool power slide. He whips out a knife and tries to throw it between Mange's legs.
So it's a +4 to hit.
You gotta, you see it like the cool slow mo as he dives and throws it between the legs. Let's see how this
14.
goes. 14 with the +2 AC from being in a fight. That just misses. AC of
Damn.
15.
Alright,
So- Roll a d3. On a 1, he rolls to hit Mange.
Already
D20
misses
plus 4.
Mange.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
It's
Yeets
got a
Mange to the back
+4,
of the
it's a
head.
-2 because of Mange's thing.
Yeah, it's gonna dives and throws the dagger and it just hits the wall next to Mange. Hits the wall and grinding his shoulder inside. Ah! And it is now Mora's turn.
And he has 1 pistol ready left.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
mean,
take
you
up the
might as
last
well.
pistol, taking careful aim.
This is the one
They
that
can like
actually hits Mange.
crouching
Takes
down
off his
trying
head.
to shoot between Mange's legs at this thing. Alright, D3.
Roll 1 to 3. Okay.
Yeah, like leaning down, trying to get a shot between Mange's legs when it aims too low and fires. It hits the ground between Mange's legs. Alex. Just everything
Alex
trying to
has-
hit one
Zoom.
dog.
Alex has a tentacle, right? Can Alex voluntarily use that while eating?
It's a bonus action, and the thing that he says that you have to use your action to bite.
Yeah, so you could slap this thing. It's a 15-foot
Really?
fucking range. Yeah, you never read the tentacle thing? It's a 15-foot range. You could slap it.
I thought it was
potentially
like
with
a dinky, tiny tentacle.
No,
yeah,
the tentacle,
of course I'm
the
gonna do
tentacle
that.
can be used as a bonus action. 1d4 acid damage. It's 15-foot reach.
Yeah, it's like, they're about like a 10-foot long tentacle. Actually, probably more like 6 foot long, but they stretch.
Gotcha. Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
As you're like chewing on it, she kind of looks up, sees that, and the tentacle slaps it in the side. Burning it, giving it a nice score down the side. I'll just remove the guys that aren't going to be fighting out of the initiative order. Mange.
Mange is going to be like, tentacle! And just slap it with his own. I'm going to make sure I remove the +2s across the board because I no longer have the rage effects first.
Alright.
13.
Looking very hurt, but it is still alive. It might be going to make it back to its turn and get another 1 damage into Mange.
13
Oh, that's
doesn't
so.
hit.
I was looking at Alex's tentacle. Yeah, that hits. That was 5 damage, not 4. Ah. It's at 3. Yeah, you can as that tentacle slaps in, yours joins it, kind of like burning this nice like scar down its side.
And
Still up.
AC 22 damage 12.
How do you finish off the last wolf? The last flesh hound?
It's getting these 2 whipping things in its side. It sort of just like jumps to the side, just sort of like growling at the fucking tentacles. Meanwhile, while it's not paying attention to Mange, she just sort of like plop, drops his fucking new axe on its head, square in the fucking dome.
Cleanus like goes limp and collapses to the ground. This means like steps out of the fire. Like,
Alright. I'm assuming
up your fur.
I'm assuming immediately after like Alex is done finished with this one, she's immediately kind of come to her senses and just rush over to Joel. Joel, are you alright?
So somebody give me a d20 for Mama and give me 2 d20 for Joel.
Yeah, roll d20 for Mama. 3.
So for Mama, a leg or foot injury, which I don't quite know how that works. Oh, yeah. So for Mama, how that went was when the fire came in, he kind of instinctively took a step back and just put his foot slightly in the lava.
Ooh.
He like probably
Magma.
not going to get a couple of those toes back. Actually, I make a luck con for Mama.
A luck what?
A luck con.
So that would be
It's con
Con
again.
is plus
it's
one.
plus 1.
Well, but it's a well, it was a 20, so that's an epic fail. But it was a target of 7.
Yep.
So yeah, so as someone was like bandaging up, you see like the bottom part, like
The pad.
just below the ankle is goo. As Mama basically completely put a foot into the lava for a half second and just
Magma.
got it back out, and then nobody really noticed it until just now when you see his foot is basically gone.
Mama in the magma.
Why is that funny?
The Mama is now
Mama, your
Oh.
foot is gone.
He's gonna have a peg leg now.
Not if Solomon has anything to say about it, but it might be a while.
Question. So
Got some lava on your leg, shriveled
him
up,
talk.
and now it's dead. Sorry.
Morrow is gonna start reloading his guns. Would there be any roll for it if we're out of combat, or?
out of combat. You can take his time.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so
Mange
Mama
is going
has
to pick up the
Mama
leg.
has half movement and disadvantage on all movement-based dex checks, and it needs a regenerate spell to restore the lost foot.
Well, Mama ain't gonna be
So,
coming on any
like-
adventures anymore, but that should be fine at the house.
That could like mitigate some of it. To be like mitigate the hard movement, but still have the disadvantage. And then
Could I
for
spend
Joel,
a reroll on that?
it's 11.
Huh?
So for Joel, it's either an arm or hand injury or a damaged magical item. I don't believe he has any magical item.
Can we choose that?
I'll say that since that doesn't work, I'll just say like his normal equipment.
I mean, it's all.
Which is nothing.
Damaged shield, he just has his
So what
Joel
would become
basically-
damaged?
his armor, but that's the only gear he's got.
Oh,
So it's kind of like as Solomon was like putting this stuff on, he kind of like ripped the armor off to get at his injuries, and you just look over and see like the straps are all torn to the shreds, and like there's still like embers burning on it, and that's gonna need some repairs before you can put it back on.
Either needs repairs or a
probably-
new set, which can be replaced.
Yep.
Alex is immediately
Too
going to
fancy.
go. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me, and attempt to use cure wounds on him.
I would recommend that Skit Scratch and our weaker brother of the two take Joel and Mama Jones and get the fuck out. And bring them
No,
back to
Mama
base.
can also do a healing. Mama can heal somebody once per day.
No, why? Sorry. I'm saying Skit Scratch and Leon take Joel and Mama and bring them back to base. Because
So you want them
Skit
going
Scratch is...
through the Gaol on their own?
That's not a. That actually might even be more dangerous, if anything.
Going back
Yeah.
to the Gaol, they have the symbols left behind by Mange, and Skit Scratch knows how to follow those.
Yeah, but it's still got a lot of ghosts and shit roaming. We didn't exactly clear it out.
Yeah, so Mama will say like, Mama wanted to suggest they wait by the stairs for you guys to get back, and
Right,
before
yeah,
he goes, give everybody a quick medicine, so everybody can heal 2 hit points.
All right, nice. Also, I think we should probably take a short rest.
And Joel also heals 4 from that.
Yeah. My spell slot is gone.
Be right back. I'll hit the bathroom.
Alright.
All right. I'm going
Okay.
to make a will check to try to make a short rest, if that's okay.
It's just second short rest.
Alright, I can't do anything else. I have no more heals.
All right, and we're doing that again.
Meanwhile, Solomon is going to step right up and do some healing.
You're giving heals too.
Siegfried and Mange gets a... No, wait, this Mange. I thought Siegfried was more hurt, actually.
Yeah.
10 off.
And he's going to use a favor for that. So I'm
So
going
he
to...
You
Joel
are down to 1.
Yep.
So Joel's only down by 6 health, but 6 health is a big portion of health for him. So I think actually Solomon is the most hurt out of the staying group, at least in percentage-wise.
I
Come on,
don't
Scroll.
I don't have any more ferocious rage. My health is my health now. I take full damage.
And it is a lay on hands, so 4d4 and will modifier. Come on, Scroll. Why are you messing with me today? Which is a 2 modifier.
Come on, max rolls. Come on, max rolls.
4d4 plus 2.
That's a pretty good roll. 14. And that was for Mange, or was that on yourself?
That was for you, Mange.
Yes.
I'm back.
Not minus
Let's come
14.
back.
Up to 33 now. There we go. 33 out of 54 max. I am about where my max health was 2 levels ago.
And then he is going to use another favor to heal himself. So he's back down to 0, and it's another lay on hands. So, 14.
Just doing it to yourself.
Let's see, 16 plus 14
is 30.
Yep. Okay, I can take hits again.
Good shit. Mr. Highest AC other than Alex. What
Alex
are
has
your
a high. Right now, with
20, I think.
not including Solomon thing, it's 20.
Your natural is 20. God damn.
Wait, how do you have plus 5 dex?
Hmm?
How do you have plus 5 dex?
One of the things, the God's gift thing, right?
Oh, it was a chaos gift?
Yeah.
What was it? You have it on your sheet written down?
I don't fucking know. Gaze of the Gods. Plus
Oh, yeah,
dexterity.
You got dex, yeah. But that's plus 4, so you basically use 19 normally. And then being a Solomon, it takes it up to 20.
Yep.
No, I also have a shield, remember?
Oh yeah, you have a shield. I keep forgetting that.
Let me double check. Let's see. 2 AC from the tower shield, 3 AC from the blessed blade, and 2 from the mutation.
And then Alex Joel will still be insisting that he comes along. He'll be like, "Oh, kind of stay back a bit," but he still wants to be nearby to help you out, just in case.
Aw,
He'll
you're
hang
so
back more, but he wants to stay there to help you out. If you go around biting things still.
This is like, I just kind of, Alex kind of not knowing that it's probably a bit disturbing, kind of takes him into an embrace. Aw, you're so sweet, even when I'm hideous.
Yeah, not hideous, beautiful.
Mange would normally be like enough man-thing affection, but we are taking a short break, so at this point we're assumedly just like, Mange is just sort of lying back and just like,
Affection makes Mange uncomfortable.
No, he's not even paying attention to you right now. What you see as you turn around from hugging Joel is just Mange in like this dreamlike state as he's hugging this fully golden limb.
While someone briefly pats him on the head to heal him.
It's very spiky. It's a very
Mindful
spiky.
being a shiny, but also like being a part of a defeated enemy.
Yeah,
Best of all worlds.
his collection now isn't fucking ears. It's going to be like golden limbs that he sells.
During the course of the rest, the pot fire slowly burns itself away.
All right.
Like after they died, the corpses poofed away. And the leg was the only thing that was left behind.
It better be.
Yeah, they stayed around for a bit, which is how Alex was chewing on them. But like over the course of a few minutes, they kind of like dissolved.
Yeah. So, Mange, after our short rest, I'm assuming we don't have anything else that we're doing necessarily for this, is going to take a peek into where these guys came from.
Yeah.
You gotta stop right here and look around.
Yeah, you see this like smallish room with like alcoves in the walls. You see like small scratch marks in like the alcoves, which seems to be like where they spend most of their time.
All right. May I step further and do a perception detection, like around here?
You can like investigate the place.
Yeah.
Follows to keep inside, sir.
All right. That's a success by 3.
Yeah, you start looking around, and yeah, there's like a few scratch marks here and there, but this place looks like it only housed the dogs and didn't even need food. There's just like a walled-off room where they kept the wolves, the hounds. Nothing of any real value. It's like a couple like teeth like embedded in a rock that they seem to like chew on.
Yeah.
And they grow back like sharks.
Main just sort of goes, no shinies, and leaves. And then he looks at Solomon and he's just like, did good.
You did too.
Just imagining like that fun fucking scene from Enter the Spider-Verse where he reaches out his hand and just puts it on your shoulder and then just does like a really cringy looking smile.
Someone just answers back with both hits at the same time. You did too.
What is the symbol?
Oh, that's to mark your fortune's favor.
Oh,
so
okay.
that I don't forget that you have it.
Okay. I was just like, why am I being targeted?
Because you're mange, of course you have a target on your back.
I know.
Oh shit!
Is everybody back? You have sick rage?
We should be
Fucking-
good here. Hey, Ken.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, so you guys continue on with the fairly heavily depleted party.
All right. And I sure hope we don't run into even more hellhounds.
Oh, those things were surprisingly nasty.
Actually, no. I would assume that we wouldn't go by the edge and take the long way around to avoid being too close to the magma. Yeah,
you don't want to go and hug the magma? You don't want to try and find a mama's foot? Take a quick swim.
I mean, the foot has become one with the magma at this point, so no.
Yeah. It is a fun
Can you
thing.
imagine we're all too close to the magma
Take a
and
couple turns of swimming in magma. So in D&D it's like 20d10 if you fully submerge, but in D&D you can kind of tank that.
Yep. It's stupid.
My barbarian
20d10.
magma for like 3 seconds. Yeah, it's like 20d10. It's like 10d10 if you touch it, 20d10 if you submerge. But you have enough health in D&D, you can kind of tank that. Take my barbarian, take half damage, and just have a nice swim for a few seconds.
Yeah,
like,
nice swim.
Yeah, so yeah. As you guys go around, you notice the air down here is very hot. It is very dry and very uncomfortable. Okay, during the short rest, getting out your water skins and taking swigs because you're just drenched in sweat.
Yeah, Mange made sure to be away from you guys when you were doing stuff so he didn't like freeze your water skins. And since his hot
Which is
spirit
like
would have melted again.
A very weird thing for Solomon. When you see him sweating, he's almost like a disco ball. And he like kind of bouncing off of him in all these weird ways due to his crystalline skin plus the water. So he's casting rainbows just all around
Mange
him.
is just occasionally taking looks back at Solomon because he's even shinier now.
Yes, it's kind of like it only goes
Will be mine.
light. It only goes when like the light from your like stone is on him. So that's being like bright white light around here. Like every now and then you kind of turn around and point the rocket at me, just like lets out rainbows, and you turn back.
So every now and then, Mange is walking along, and it's just like, make sure you don't go too far ahead. Turns around and flashes. This be a dangerous player, or shiny. I mean, yes, don't go too ahead.
I just kind of look back at Solomon. It looks like I'm not the only one you need to worry about here today.
Nothing new. I have to worry about all of you.
You know you love us.
Alright. Mange
You're my
is at
weird
this point, after getting basically charged by those things earlier, Mange is going to try to proceed forward stealthily, and I'm gonna take the minus to the thing because of the minus one on.
Yeah, it's only a -1 from Chaos Armor.
Yeah.
It's a lot less clanky than you would expect.
Yep.
Yeah, because like the bits
So-
kind of slide next to each other without making as much noise as it really should.
Okay, Mange is still really good at being stealthy, even in his chaos armor. That's a great success by 9. So Mange is
Merrick
just going.
got it, but he is thankfully at the back.
Mange is going to sort of just turn to you guys real quick and be like, "Wait here a
I love
moment."
I love how as soon as you switch to being stealthy, you leave the stealth guy behind. Skip Crash, you stay here. It's too dangerous. Now I sneak.
Well, yeah, but the moment we get into combat again, he's gonna be way too squishy. Considering we just got hit by a shit ton of AOE stuff, I didn't want him to be in range. We already lost Mama and Leon.
And a foot.
I mean, Leon is still able to fight. He just got messed up from taking like 3 of those in a row.
Yeah, we don't have enough healing to get him back up to snuff, so basically we
Little
lost him.
Solomon has one blessing left that's gonna be saved for something important.
So yeah, I'm proceeding forward. I'm going to sort of sneak around this corner to the left here and take a look around and see if I notice anything.
Yeah. Look around, you notice, yeah, this cavern looks fairly empty. You can see a passage going off that way and that way. You'll see the hint of one going down. 3 ways out of here.
Alright, so there was a door over here that we could see from across the way, right?
Yeah, so that is
Because Merrick
the door.
pointed it out immediately.
There's a door up this way. Massive
Right.
door there.
So Mange is going to keep an eye down this hallway, this little area here, but he's going to come back around the corner, grab your guys' attention, and basically motion for you to move towards the door as he goes back to watching it. Like he's basically guarding this flank.
Okay.
Just in case something comes charging at us, because we don't know what the fuck's going on in here. Oh,
well,
hi.
Merrick
What the fuck?
did-
Why the fuck is the Oblivion sign over here?
Yeah, so you kind of glance around, you look over, you see kind of like, almost like built into the floor are these weird symbols.
Are they glowing?
They don't seem to be, not from this distance.
Then
Uh,
Mange
I-
doesn't run after them. He points
Uh,
it out to you guys. He's just like, weird symbols over there. Mange, watch over here.
You would be able to see that there's some light coming from that room. It seems like there's some kind of fire source. And
Alex kind of turns to Merrick. Alright, so that big door up front is what we're looking for, right?
presumably, well, actually, I doubt we can just push it open. Probably secured. I would assume there's some lever or something to open it within here. It's like we
Oh,
have
wow.
to make sure only those that know how to open it can.
I bet it's in the room with all the potentially glowing weird symbols.
They're not
Possibly.
glowing.
That's why he said
Yeah, they're not-
potentially.
They're not glowing
see that.
currently.
If they were currently glowing, Mange would be running after them. That's why I asked. Because they were
But there is
shiny.
some light coming from that room, but it's not from the like
It seems
things
like
on the
fire.
floor.
It probably
Yeah,
melds
some
in
kind of
sort of melds in
fire
probably
or
with the
something.
glow of the magma.
Yeah, you just noticed that there's another light coming from in that room.
Does Mange see the lava is shining?
No.
No,
Lava is not.
Mange likes shiny things, but Mange is also not completely an idiot. He's actually slightly smarter than the average Skaven. And he can understand that, yeah, magma would fucking melt me.
Especially after seeing Mama's foot.
From like 100 foot away.
God damn.
And you saw what happened when Mama put his foot in.
Yeah, I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb enough to run in when I see something that's actually gold or something that's obviously, like, a valuable shiny, but I'm not gonna run into fucking magma.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Let's fucking hell. Let's go to this fucking fire looking entranceway. What's the worst that could happen?
A blood letter.
Probably.
And that's not even the worst option.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of this.
Oh,
Oh
there's a
lord.
giant fire.
Yeah, as you
Well,
step, you notice that the source of that fiery light seems to be just this like wall of fire on one side of the room.
oh,
Wow,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's
Anyway.
like it looks almost like it's coming like something in the wall is like shooting out fire just in that one direction.
What's he?
That-
Is shiny?
No, it's a lot of fire.
Oh,
Being
fire
shot
not
from
fire.
the wall.
Fire hurt.
Indeed, it is not.
So Mange is
So
gonna
I
stay
go to
here
the
until you
deeper-
guys basically give him an all clear. Or until you hear
Lord.
screaming from over in that direction.
Solomon, what languages do you know? I think you're the only one that might know that you don't have your languages written.
We never actually rolled for how many languages we got or anything, so...
You know common, one based on your race, and plus one for every intelligent mod.
Okay, I have a one in intelligence mod, so he would know common, sewer mutant, and the one other that we never decided on, actually.
I mean, given your background, possibly demonic.
Yeah, he is a Nurgle cultist after all, so that would make sense, actually.
Would it be we lost him? No, we didn't lose him. We lost
Yeah.
Fluff.
So if you're the language, you could take like Dwarven, Elvish. If you're cultist, you could take like Darkish.
Yeah, that's
Hold
what
on a
he
sec.
was there.
Hold up. There you are.
There we go.
Nope. Yep.
Yes, no, maybe?
Does Alex speak any funky languages? No.
Thought I
It's,
know.
Solomon, you've got
knows
to.
common and Greekish.
You've got to. Yes, there's someone you know, common mutant, and then you can pick one language, which could be like Elven, Dwarven, Ogre. Given that you're cultures, you could speak like demon speech,
Or
which
dark
I
speech or whatever
think
it
is
is.
called
That's
that.
the only other one I could see Solomon learning specifically because he is a
dark,
Nurgle
dark
cultist.
tongue.
Dark tongue.
Yeah.
Right.
There's also
Now-
like arcane, but you're not. But like that tends to be more like wizards.
Yeah, Solomon has some arcane knowledge, but that's more because he literally just learned it.
So as you like
So-
see these symbols up close, you can roll a sacred law.
Yay,
You would have
that's advantage.
disadvantage, but you're being a cultist cancels it out, so it's just a flat.
Also, I literally have an extra head, which would give me advantage anyway.
Yeah, I'm saying like you get advantage for being a cultist, but then it being obscure knowledge makes it disadvantage, so it cancels out to flat.
Yeah, but he has another head.
Which gives
Oh,
me
yeah.
advantage again.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, sure, I'll stay.
He has
I'll
two
let that
heads
go.
to cancel
Have
out the evil.
So as you look at these, you notice this is like in the arcane language, the like language that magic is written in, and you recognize like this is not actually what the language looks like. It's just I found symbols on the roll20. This is 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, and goes around. So it's like a spirally countdown from 20 to 1.
Hmm.
And then you notice across the room there's this pedestal with this very large like red button on it.
Oh
Is
lord,
the
that
button shiny?
You don't
and you
see
can't
it.
see it.
You can't see it.
Just
So
this
that's
large
concern.
red
Good
button.
answer.
Oh boy. Also, due to my own knowledge, my brain instantly goes to that's the self-destruct button, do not touch. It's a trope, I know, but goddamn. So yeah, we basically have a giant numbered puzzle here, I'm guessing.
I just kind of I go yell to Merrick. All right, we've got a big red button and a bunch of numbers in arcane that look kind of like a timer.
Numbers, not timer.
Well, it
Well.
looks like a timer.
It looks like a
There are
countdown,
many things
vaguely.
that could be.
What
Could be
did
a
Merrick
trap
say?
that activates when you step in. It could be a trap that activates when you step in. It could be a trap that you activate by pressing it. It could possibly be the door switch. It's hard to say. I do not know who made this.
Maybe
I
try
see
open
why.
door first before touch buttons.
Yeah, let me
If
go
you want to
try
that's
push
it.
on
fair.
it, be my guest. If you
Let me
want
go
to try and push on the door, be my guest, but I doubt it will work.
Okay. Mage turns to Siegfried and he
But
just
actually-
sort of like points to Siegfried and says, "You watch hallway," and starts approaching the door before you guys turn around.
Like is up there, kind of like
He just
looking
shrugs.
at it, and yeah, as you guys are up close, you can see there's like a whole lot of like designs and symbols and all that on it. Solomon, roll an arcane law because this is something that you might have heard about.
Yes!
Be a religion law. Sorry, it would have been a religion law, but it's the same roll for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you look at this, you definitely recognize a lot of symbols. You can see like pentagrams and that's like definitely some stuff here to do with demon summoning and all that. You can see something that looks almost like a history. Like some kind of like history like playing through almost like in the sort of like the tapestries, kind of like a screen that goes over and builds into the next one. So almost like comic book style, but it's more like a tapestry, although they are
Oh,
actually
so kind
fairly
of like
similar.
they did in ancient Egypt on the walls.
Yeah, kind of. Just like showing a story going through.
And before Sullivan's just reading it, it's just like, when a mommy bloodletter and a daddy bloodletter love each other very much.
They kill a lot of
See,
people to create a
as
new
you've been
planet.
doing over, you've heard of this story. It's about like ancient past, and it's like ancient past for like the elves and the dwarves. So it's like thousands upon thousands of years ago.
Holy
It's about
shit.
when like basically chaos ruled the planet, and like
Oh.
the dwarves and the elves like work together to kind of like see like basically push all the forces of the chaos back to these gates. It's just like telling the story of all that time.
This is a
And you
very
can also
old story.
definitely built into the door are like powerful wards against demons.
This story is very warded against
So at
demons,
this
and
point, Mange doesn't. Do you? So let's do a little order of event things because this is very important. Who gets
It's
to
like
the door
Solomon's like
first?
checking it out. Yeah, it's like Solomon's looking at this, noticing this, Max like running a hand down it, and then it happens, and Main steps up and like kicks it. Or however he tries to force it open.
You are forgetting something. It's something that has powerful wards against demons.
Mm-hmm.
and was the mage app.
And I have the chaos gift for shit related to demons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Affected
just-
by holy effects and special metals as if a demon.
Yeah. So does Main try and like come up and kick the door open?
Does Solomon know about this? I forget.
Didn't Solomon
Someone
just say
would
it's
speak
a
out
lot
loud
of
that
wards
it's
against
warded.
demons?
Yeah, someone would tell out loud that it's warded against demons and telling a shittingly old story from the viewpoint of dwarves and elves.
Alright, so I'm going to roll an intelligence as mage to see if he sort of puts two and two together because he hasn't really fully realized what the fuck this whole entire thing with his demonic essence is yet.
Uh-oh.
He
Oh,
manages to
God.
piece it together and he's just like, maybe
Yeah.
mange no open door, and then he steps back.
Yeah, so like as Main hears that, you know, this is like slight, almost like humming coming from the door, and it's almost felt like you're like walking uphill, despite it being like a flat ground. You're like, oh yeah, that thing, and you like take a step back.
Main's not good with this. You guys deal with Minge. Go watch hallway again.
Alex
Exactly.
is going to attempt to push
Anyway.
open the door.
More or less strength, athletics if you have it.
And Solomon's going to have a field day with that.
Which of you two has a better strength? Because the other one should probably
Solomon.
assist.
Yeah, I'll just do the assist.
Yeah, so Solomon and Alex can like put their shoulders and like 1, 2, 3. As you like push against it, it's like pushing against a wall. Does not budge at all.
Alright, so this isn't going to work. And our best lead so far is that button.
Maybe other
And
things. Possible there's more than one control to open the door as well. I'd be a fail-safe, but we need to do 2 things to activate it or something.
Mange
not
sort of
surprising.
overhears.
Security they wanted.
Alright, so Mange overhears this a little bit and then looks at like Joel, Morrow, and Siegfried. He assumes Joel is probably going to want to stick to Alex from past experience. So he looks at the other two and sort of just points them with 2 separate hands of his, and he's just like, "Follow Mange, check out hallway."
Alright.
Or just kind of like spins the pistols on his fingers and follows.
Alex is
Merrick.
kind of talking to Merrick. Alright, how about you check out this arcane clock-looking thing? See if you know what it is.
Oh, I can read it. You like step over and like see the symbols and be like, yes, 20, 19, 18. Definitely a countdown of some kind. I can't really say what purpose they serve.
Right, I'm just gonna pause over here for now because they were doing that over there. So Mange is in this spot right here, but I'm moving it so I can see for the chat. So Mange isn't actually here. Oh, so that's what you meant. Yeah, it's a fucking Oblivion symbol.
Yeah, I just looked up like rune and symbol and that on the Roll20, and this is the shit it gave me.
You still need to give me vision over all of the tokens, by the way.
69?
Actually, if you control of America, then you can see
That's
through him.
fucking Libra. That's not. Wait, no. That's Cancer, you fucking idiot.
Answer of
Fucking Cancer. It's not 69.
Well, I mean,
That's
the
Leo.
you could argue that the fucking Cancer 69 meme is Cancer. So
Yeah, and that other one's fucking Leo.
wow, 69 is fucking Leo.
Some mad
That no
gossip.
good bastard deserved it.
I am a Leo, so I didn't deserve it. Fuck you.
No, I was referring to our other campaign, where the boss of the Gambinos is named Leo. Referring to that.
And that's
Trying to
that
make a
Merc would also
joke.
like, that Merc would also like look to the fire and be like, it's not emanating much heat, and I don't see any smoke coming off of it. Possible that is some kind of illusory fire. No, and he kind of like looks at the wall on the side. It's like, there's some layer of soot. Could be part of the illusion. Can't really say.
I think I'll try and kind of. I'll kind of go up to it.
You could stay further away from it and use your tentacle to slap it.
Could
Yeah,
also let it do it with the anti-magic rock. Step over to the possible illusion to see if it poofs.
Yeah, but then Merrick kind of can't cast spells, bread and butter. So
Well,
I'm
we
just
actually
gonna.
need to do shit. We can take the rock away.
So I'm gonna pull out my sword and I'm gonna kind of like put it through the fire and see if it like becomes red hot or something.
Yeah, you take your sword and you hold it in the fire for a bit. And after like a few
sword
seconds, you
melts.
pull it out and you see, the end seems to be hot.
It seems to be hot.
Yeah, so you can't exactly say how hot without like touching it or something, but yeah, it seems to have definitely gotten hot from it. It's not like glowing red, but then it wasn't really in there for massive amounts of time.
It
Takes
seems
a while
to be
for it to heat up.
somewhat hot, not burning hot, but somewhat hot. I don't know.
Well, let's see what happens when I step over to it with this brick here.
Wait, you have the brick now?
Yes.
Oh.
My blessings don't run on the weave, so
His
Which also
daily
is because-
aura and his magic both still work in spite of the stone.
Yeah,
Yep.
Solomon's stuff isn't technically magic. It's blessings from Nurgle. Because if his blessings ended, then whenever he got close, like your horns and his extra head and all that would also vanish. Just different things.
Alright,
Oof,
so...
So as you step up, notice what had before been like slightly warmer near it just becomes blazing hot as you're standing next to this wall of fire.
Okay. Nope. Steps back
And smoke starts
instantly.
spilling on you, like, oh, fuck.
Alright, so
Okay,
the
that's
magic
a
is
cooling
there
enchantment.
to make it not hot.
Yeah.
So Solomon,
Yeah.
would you kindly back up a bit further?
Way ahead of you.
It's like, clever. Seems an illusion around it to make it seem as if it is an illusory wall of fire. Possibly get unwary adventurers just to run through it, hoping that there's some treasure behind it or something. I'd recommend we leave it. It's probably just there to get you burned.
Yep.
Fair enough. Kind of like starts like
And now
going up
there's
here.
this room and that button.
Oh lord.
There's this room. Button.
So should we press the button? Should we not press the button? I'm scared. She kind of just relays to Merrick.
Well, it's possible it is a trap. It's possible that it's the solution to the trap. It could open the door. I can't really say.
And before
Normally I'd be able to sense it with my magic, but that's not working well down here.
Could also be we need to find out a sequence of numbers on the massive numbers on the floor.
I don't know.
I hate puzzles.
How's I like Alex kind of comes to the entrance and just kind of screams, "How are you guys doing over there?"
Then we'll
we
cut
back
over.
to this side.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you start to play, you know, there's this like lever in the ground over there. It's like stuck up from the ground, this big lever. A lever, however you want to say it.
Lever. Oh. I thought you were saying leather, as in like leather armor and shit. I'm just like, oh. Okay. Mange is sort of going to look at it. Is the lever made of metal? And is it shiny?
It seems to be. It's not like shining, there's no like direct light source put on it, but it's metal. Looks a bit dusty, like it hasn't been used in a while. Yeah. A nice metal lever.
It's not super shiny. Mange is going to look back and forth and notice that there are these two other hallways. And he's just going to sort of point at Siegfried and Morrow and says, "Watch those!"
Siegfried watches the rightmost one, and Mara watches the leftmost one.
Yeah, so it's like this little passage over here and this one up here that we're looking at. Mange was going to go up top.
Mara starts aiming his pistols down at the top one.
Just pull out your crossbow and prepare an attack in case something comes out. Gotta be
Yeah.
fucking tactical with this shit. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, Mange is going to very slowly approach this way and look around.
Okay. You can see more of those levers on this like cliff edge. There's like a slight like rise. So, yeah, almost like a natural banister kind of thing. Bits of like the rock sticking out. It's up to like knee height. It's not very high. And the levers are kind of set next to those.
And I'm assuming this is wall across the way.
And so you can see like a big, almost like a moat. That, it looks quite a lot like a moat. You see like a big drop, like just after the levers. There's this like lava moat, but then a wall of rock coming up the other side.
Mange sort of looks at these levers and says, "Oh, this kind of shit, I'm not good with it," in his own head. And so he sort of turns around, and in response to hearing Alex saying, "How are things going over there?" he's just like, 3 pulley things! Maybe more, not sure, not go much further.
Oh lord. I kind of like go over to like go over to Merrick.
For puzzles that require the least amount of thought.
I just kind of look over to Merrick. Should we just cut our losses and have him pull all 3 levers?
Yeah, it's possible that all except the correct one are trapped, so if you think he can take it.
Keep in mind, Mange doesn't have his reduce things by half thing anymore. I didn't get any more back. So if something comes out and deals a massive amount of damage to me, I can't just mitigate it.
Possible there's some kind of clues, although I doubt it. If I designed something to persuade intruders away, I would not leave them clues. I'll just have everybody that needs to know.
I just kind of scream back over to them. Do any of them look like they haven't been touched in a while?
Mange comes a little bit closer and looks at them and says, I'm assuming they're all dusty, right?
Yeah, they're like dusty as a bit of rust. It looks like they haven't been used for at least 2 years.
All of them.
Look for scratch marks.
Mange reiterates this back to you and says, all them rusty dusty!
Alright, so those probably aren't it. Alex is going to approach this button.
I doubt anybody's been down here. So I doubt anybody that knows about this place has been last year. Is Alex going to step up and press the button?
No, she's gonna look at the button.
Okay. Yeah, so you go up and it's on this like very nicely decorated, like, dusty, like the paint's kind of flicking off. It's like pedestal. It's just this button on the top. It's like big enough that you can like slap your entire hand onto it. It's probably like about the size of Konk's hand. Like he could slap it.
This whole place just gives me
This nice big round red button.
and it's rust and it's got paint flicking off of it and stuff.
The button doesn't have paint on it. The like pedestal has some paint that's kind of flecking off. Seems like it's been there a while. Needs a recoat. Yeah, it's just the solution. Just press the button. I'm just absolutely fucking with you guys. I could be. That's the fun part of all this. Could just be just press the button. All the levers work. It's just to fuck with people to slow them down.
Alright, so press the button, we're gonna pull all the levers because he said that, and then we're gonna die, and we're gonna reset to a new campaign. Everyone, welcome to Mars.
Alex is gonna kind of scream over to Merrick. Just tell them I'm pressing the button and to be cautious.
I'm gonna assume this place is relatively echoey, right? We probably just heard it.
Yeah, it's fairly echoey, and you're not that far away. Like a good pair of lungs, you can just shout.
I'm the furthest away, but I'm a student, so I have good hearing. So
Alex is gonna like really flinch and then just slap the button.
Alex is going back away and slap it with her tentacle.
It's a better idea. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. So, do you hit it with your hand or with your tentacle?
Tentacle. I'm not risking it.
You sort of turn off the acid on your tentacle too, I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah. You step back and it kind of flips over and smacks the button. Then you see this symbol lights up, and then fades, and then this symbol lights up, and then fades, and then this symbol lights up, and then fades.
Oh, fuck. Pull fucking levers. It's counting down.
19. 18.
So, Mange hears this.
Levers.
Mange is gonna very quickly come in here and look at these two, and then he's gonna look at the other two and says, quick, come, pull levers!
Solomon is counting down the numbers he sees the lights show up on.
And Alex is just yelling at him.
Mange has
yeah,
these,
I can tell it's fucking counting down. You don't have to say it.
I'm counting down the seconds so they know how long is left.
Mange is holding these two levers with his hands. He's just sort of spreading himself apart and go pull them. He's going to indicate for you two to pull those two at the same time. All right. 3, 2, 1, pull! Pull all
the levers?
Yes.
Alright. So, Mange, you pull your two at the same time. Yeah, so as you pull them, you hear this. So like something like ticking and clicking, just clicking over like some kind of clockwork or something. And you also hear a tss, as the area just fills with this green gas.
Mange is just like,
at
get
the
out!
Fuck.
And at the same moment that the other two both pull their levers, and as as Moro pulls his, you see the eyes roll back in his head and he collapses to the ground.
Shit.
And Siegfried pulls his, and you hear this like as the ground beneath Siegfried just collapses away. And Siegfried, can you give me any deck?
Here we go.
It's a fucking nightmare.
You were the one telling us to pull the lever, so if I die, I'm blaming you.
Blame your fucking self. You took my dumbass advice.
And you made the dumbass advice.
Can I reroll?
Yes.
Oh, if it's a luck save to
Yeah,
avoid
you can reroll.
damage. Hang
Oh, you have something? Do you have like advantage or some
yeah.
shit?
Yes.
Oh, +1 on all luck saves to avoid damage. So I don't know if that would have.
That would have made it a 12, so you would have failed by 1, so you still need a reroll.
Okay.
Yes! So
Sweet.
2 out of 12 succeed by 10.
Yeah, so the ground starts to collapse and you just jump to the side as the ground fully collapses away.
Main just points at Moro, says, grab him, run!
And then
Moro
can
and
all
Ruff.
of you give me... well, Mange and Siegfried, can you give me a luck con?
Great, I'm gonna fail this one. Told you. I have no rerolls.
So yeah, Siegfried like sees the gas, takes a breath, and he jumps out and starts dragging Moro. Mange, and as he shouts out, he like accidentally inhales some of the gas and he starts coughing violently.
Wait, hold up. Would this count as disease of some sort?
This is poison.
Would that count as disease for my Skaven biology bullshit?
No, it's poison, not disease. So yeah, your resistance to diseases, your poisons like affecting your lungs is the same. And it's just basically you. Yeah, so for the next only 1 hour, you are poisoned, so you have disadvantage on all attacks and checks, not saves. Remember, you have Merrick's Fortune's Favor. You can re-roll it if you want, but you have to test EDM.
Sorry, would you repeat that?
You have the Fortune's Favor from Merrick, so you can re-roll if you want to, but you'll then have to test DDM.
What were you saying the poison was doing to me?
Am I lagging?
A little bit. No, I got interrupted.
I should have
Okay.
been the one to pull that lever.
Alright, whatever. Screw it. Let's go. We're just gonna run. I'm gonna try and assist him taking Moro out quicker, just so we can get out of here and get back to the main area.
You just drag him along as you guys still hear that. Like coming from the air above. And yeah, we cut back over to you guys. It's at about 12 and going down.
Alright, let's just get to the fucking door and see if it works. Alex is sprinting out. Come on!
12, 11, 10. You guys run up to the door, and you see the like left side one is like twitching slightly. The right side one is not moving at all.
Okay,
Well-
can you see which way it's twitching in? Inwards or outwards?
It's kind of twitching back and forth, and like trying to like, open, but they're not able to. So kind of bouncing back. It's
Okay,
it
Solomon.
seems like that one is trying to open, but the other one is not moving. So it's kind of stuck.
Okay, Solomon's going to slam into the twitching part of the door. Full charge ahead with tower shield in front.
Warriors, right? Athletics, if you have it.
A success.
By 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you run up and you ram it, and if you kind of like twist and grind, you kind of pushing it back. It's like barely pushing it back like a millimeter from it, and making a tiny bit of progress. But it's almost like fighting against you.
Mange is going to come back to the main room, assumedly.
Yeah,
Yeah, someone's just going to keep pushing on the door,
you run,
trying
you see
to
someone
force it open.
struggling against the door.
Mange is going to, if he had sleeves, he would do the cartoon, roll up his sleeves, and position himself over here and ram into the door next to Solomon. Still on the same half of it.
Right. You can roll
And-
athletic strength as well if you want.
Considering I can gain more speed with that fucking lightweight Unholy Crusade and Swift Stride stuff, can I have advantage? Considering it's like building up speed for this.
You have that plus Solomon helping, sure.
Alright. So strength with advantage. There we go.
There we go, yes.
Putting it in both you, like using all of your strength. It feels like the door's kind of like pushing back. Almost you managed to like push it open by like a couple inches. So kind of enough that you might be able to like jam something into it.
Mange is going to just quickly jam his Skaven Claw in.
Yeah, you kind of so you kind of shove the extra arm, kind of putting the blades into it. And you guys gonna like keep pushing, or are you gonna try something else? And what about the rest of you?
How should I
Alex
do
and
it something
Siegfried.
else?
Alex, I'm gonna.
Oh, actually no. Wait, go back. Mange does that, sprints for the door, and then seems to hit a barrier and just bounces off and hits the floor.
Oh yeah!
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. And just like shit.
Yeah, Mange took one damage, like bouncing off of this invisible barrier before the door.
Alex is gonna try and charge up against the other door to attempt to get it unstuck.
Siegfried will also take up door bashing.
No, you won't, because you have the same shit as Mange, and you'll get bounced off too.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
So Alex is going to attempt to bash open the other door to get it unstuck.
Yeah, because if you can do that, Solomon can start pulling on the door instead of pushing it to make room. Because he's basically fighting a door right now.
Alright, so just strength.
Yeah.
Or
You can
athletics if you have.
strength athletics if you have it.
Alright, got an 8
Yeah,
out
so
of 12.
if you start pushing on it, and it's gonna yeah, your one is not budging at all. Like something's holding it in place.
Okay, Solomon's trying to put his hooves down and force the door further in.
But it's like, with you just pushing, you've got like an inch. It's not really enough for you to jam really anything into it. Just that
This
trying.
I'm yelling, Joel, help him out!
And Joel steps forward and tries. Merrick like steps up and does a few arcane gestures. And you see his eyes kind of roll up into his head. And yes, and Joel comes up, summon one more girl with advantage from Joel helping.
God damn it.
Yeah, you're pushing on it and it's just not going any further. And you hear that. And then your one stops shaking and just slams back into place.
Fuck.
You can see Merrick there, so, like his eyes partially rolled back and his eyelids kind of fluttering.
Merrick, what are you doing?
Looking.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of go over here and I'm gonna check on if the thing is still going.
Pretty sure it finished the countdown.
Yeah,
Siegfried's gonna check on Moro and
the light just
What?
yeah, the glowing of the runes has completely stopped. None of them are glowing anymore.
Okay. Buttons safe. Levers aren't.
He's gonna check on Morrow, like, how's his breathing, how's he looking?
Mange is just going to stink eye
Morrow.
Alex for having. Yeah, Morrow got knocked the fuck
Morrow.
unconscious.
I
You
look
look at
back
him
over
and he's breathing, his eyes are open. Like, he's just he's zoned out worse than Siegfried was. He just completely limp, the body just said breathing and blinking but not doing anything else.
Does anyone alert Solomon to his state?
If Solomon looks over here, you'd see him kind of on the ground while Siegfried's examining him.
Alex is kind of looking back over at Mange like, what the hell did you expect me to do, huh? Did you have any ideas? Oh,
Mange
great leader.
says nothing and glares at you with his pure red eyes. It's probably a little bit creepy, actually.
Alright, so I'm just going to do a apothecary check on Morrow to figure out if he knows anything about what's going on with that poor man.
To fill him in, just say, he pulled a lever and he was just flat on the ground.
As you look him over, it's there's nothing physically wrong with him. So you look over, he's in perfect health, nothing hit him. You can try an arcane law to see if you know what this is.
Yeah, since it's not... Okay, great success. I know exactly what's going on, apparently. These rolls, man.
So as you look at him, it's one of two things. Either his soul or his mind has just been blank. Removed from his body or somehow suppressed or something. And those kind of things would normally have if it's blanking out his mind, they normally have a duration, but they can be quite a while. They can last up to a couple months. If it's taking out his soul, there would have to be some kind of container nearby. It couldn't rip out a soul and take it too far.
Okay.
Well, that place is filling up with gas, so...
Good news and bad news. We might have to only look for a container, or we might have to wait months for him to wake back up.
Great!
Because either his mind's been wiped
there
for the
are two
foreseeable
mechanisms
future...
with the door. One leads to one of the levers, the other one leads to the button. They're definitely correct about which ones affect the doors, we simply did it wrong.
Yeah.
You pulled the correct lever.
Main shares a look at him and says,
The correct lever is the far left. The far left.
I pulled that one. Why didn't it work then?
Lever,
Because
the other one. Yeah.
Everyone's talking over... I couldn't
that one is
hear a
connected
single
to the
thing.
left door. The right... Yeah. That lever is connected to the left door and prompts it to move. The right door is connected to the button. So the button affects it. We just did not do something correctly, as we pressed it the once and the door did not move. Just more than one press is needed.
Mange, can I look back in the hallway and see if it's still full of this gas?
As you go back over, you see the gas is just dissipated. Seems like those are fairly short-lived.
Mange sort of groans a little bit and just begrudgingly walks back into the lever room.
And each are on a timer. They only function for a short time. One needs to pull the lever and then do the correct thing with the button. Seems that the levers are more of a trap for people who don't know, and the button is more just, that takes a lot of time, or we have to figure out what we need to do for that one.
Mange just sort of begrudgingly screams from the distance, "Let me know and pull lever again!"
Alright, Joel, I think since you're gonna be hanging back a bit more, could you go press the button?
Yeah, I can
Or
do
you
that.
do the fucking lever. But
You're already over there doing the lever. Joel's doing the
If
button.
anything, Solomon should almost be the one, but he's also the one with the high strength to charge at the door. He's got resistance and
well,
to
the
poison
goal is to
advantage.
try and get it so that we don't have to, be trying to brute force this open.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's watch the door, see what happens. Joel, Press the button.
You see the rune flash and then fade, and the next one go.
Okay, anything
And
happen
you
with
see
the
that door starts like. Actually, no, the door does nothing. The right door, nothing happens.
Alright, we're gonna wait for the timer to go out and see if that's when it happens.
Should I stay by the button?
Yes.
For now, yes.
Alright, so
We're waiting to see if when the timer goes out that we should pull the lever, or if we should wait.
so basically you're gonna press the button, wait for the timer, and then at the last second have Mage pull the lever.
If that's what we need to do. We're kind of seeing if what we need to do instead of actually doing the solution now. We're kind of testing our options. Because last time went shit.
Yeah, so it counts down, like gets to 1, then are you telling Mage to pull his, or are you just letting it count down?
I'm letting it count down and seeing what happens.
It hits 0.
Is there any sound when it hits 0 from the door?
And then can you give me a luck will for Joel?
Fuck! Say!
Oh
God.
I hate you! I hate you!
You're the one that sent him to press the button.
Yeah, because I thought it was fucking safe when I pressed it.
You left the
You went
fucking
in the
room!
room. 0.
Fuck you,
You
you
went in
don't
the room
have
when it
any
hit 0.
better ideas.
You
You are our supposed leader, and you've given absolutely no
Yes,
no
but
input.
I'm also proven not the intelligent person, and my character wouldn't know that shit.
He's also a fucking schemer. What would you expect?
3, he passed. Fuck you.
Alright. That's to see how you hear like, ah! Joel,
What
and
the
he takes 5 psychic damage.
Ooh.
And I just kind of slapped my face. Sorry, Joel. Merrick, can you figure this shit out? I'm getting sick and fucking tired of this.
Well, it is definitely connected to the button, perhaps pressing it more than once. But
Pressing
I
it
can't
more
see
than
the
once.
internal mechanism.
Pressing it more than once. Listen, Joel's not going to be sitting over there taking damage off of someone else's assumptions. If you think that's the answer, you can go over and do it.
If I go over to do it, then this ends, and I might be able to find something else. I've been looking around.
Ugh. Getting sick and tired of your shit. Joel, get back over here. I'll do it. Alex is fucking pissed.
I wonder why.
She is about to eat one of the other players. She doesn't know who quite yet.
It's
But
because
she's
they're
getting on that bird.
wiping some blood from his nose. Yeah, it's
Someone's
talking
going
about
to try something?
wiping some blood away from the conveyor's lead.
I scream over
Yeah,
at
and if you go
Merrick.
over and you press the button.
I scream over at Merrick and I say, if I press this more than once and it hurts me, I'm taking your fucking leg with me.
It's simply an assumption from looking at it and the fact that one press has done nothing. It is connected to it, that's the only logical guess.
Alright then.
I'll try
Alex is
something
going
when she
to
presses.
push it twice.
Yeah, you press it and you press it again, and you see the 20 symbol kind of flashes, and then fades out and vanishes. And the 19 symbol flashes up, and then fades, and then 18 lights up and then fades.
I'm going to walk back
start the
over.
countdown.
I'm going to walk back over to the entrance. Okay, did that do anything?
It may need more than 2 presses. I cannot say how many are
Solomon
required.
starts doing something as she leaves. He starts, when it starts flowing, he starts stepping on the numbers just to test shit out.
Yeah, you
As the
start,
glow, he steps on it, leaves when it stops.
start stepping between them, nothing seems to happen. After like the first 3.
Yeah, he just keeps following as it starts counting down. So every time a rune lights up, he steps on it.
All the way down to 0.
And I just kind of yelled to Mange, we've got nothing, just pull the lever.
Mange pulls
Pull
it.
the lever, Kronk.
Wrong lever, Kronk.
Means you pull the lever?
I pull the lever and I keep it pushed down.
Yeah, you pull the lever, kind of holding it, just trying to snap back. Doesn't seem to have an immense amount of force to it, but yeah, you're kind of holding it and keeping it in place. You guys see the left door starts wobbling.
Oh lord.
You hear that clunking.
So-
Then someone you follow it around until it gets to 0, and then give me a luck will.
I mean,
My
you kind of
first
had to expect that to happen, Solomon.
Yep. Oh, that's rare.
That's 4 psychic damage. He's gonna step through. You just feel this like lance of pain just shoot through your mind,
Ooh.
like someone just stabbed you in the brain.
That's a new experience.
Which brain?
Both of them at the same time. The rest is like, ah!
I kind of turn over and I say,
Worst headache you ever had.
to Merrick, do you really not see anything at all?
Cannot see through walls. I can see the mechanisms go up to there and then it goes inside. I cannot see what is inside of it.
Salmon calls back. I got one idea. I'll try pressing every time the runes light up.
Just did that, didn't you?
No, you didn't. He was stepping on
pressed
the
twice,
actual
then
stepping on
tiles
the
every
actual-
time they lit up. He wasn't pressing the button every time they lit up.
All right, Solomon, but I'm not
Press it.
optimistic.
Every time the thing like, and you would see that after it comes down to 0, the 20 reappears. And like after it counted down to 0, the 20 that had vanished, I said press the button the second time reappears.
Wait. The rune 20 disappeared as she pressed 20
Yes, it's like
twice.
when I pressed it the first time, 20 lit up, and then started counting down. Then she pressed it the second time, and 20 lit up, and then faded, and vanished. But then after it hit 0, and you got that pain lance, 20 reappeared. And you step up to the button.
Salmon starts clicking for every time it lights a rune up. So once to start up, then every time it lights a rune to see if he's got
You
the...
hit it, 20 lights up, you hit it, 20 vanishes. 19 lights up, you hit it, 19 vanishes. You just go through that. You keep
The
hitting
runes
it
are
20
vanishing
times.
as I press.
And the last rune lights up and you quickly hit it, and then that rune fades. Yeah, it is. As you guys see the right door start vibrating.
Yes,
Pull the
Mage,
fucking
pull
lever.
the lever.
I'm still pulling it. I haven't released it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, good.
Yeah, so you see the left door still vibrating the whole time. Yeah, as that happens, you hear that clicking and the doors both swing open.
And I just look at, and I just kind of hold my hands in my face. Who would make such a dumbass way to open a fucking door? I'm
Corn.
going to kill whoever fucking designed that door. And
It's
I don't
corn.
care who the fuck it is.
Good
Alright,
luck killing
y'all
corn.
better be prepared to kill fucking corn.
Yeah. You see Merrick's eyes kind of roll back and you look forward. It's like, interesting.
Interesting
back?
my ass. That was fucking excruciating. I never want to do that again.
He's like looking forward. He sees the stuff ahead. It's interesting.
Mange hears
As
you
you
say
guys go-
this and then just sort of glares at you again and just says, "That was not
Oh my God.
excruciating for you."
Oh boy.
You
Mange
guys
just sort of points at Morrow
like
and
this
Siegfried.
short break. Let me talk.
What?
Let me describe the scene.
You're roboting a bit.
Am I
That's why.
roboting or something?
A tiny bit.
Yeah, roboting a bit.
Let me try rejoin.
Yep.
Let us hear that smooth, velvety voice.
I think he wanted
Yes,
this to be
Tim?
fun. It really wasn't though.
I had fun.
With
Can
that
you guys hear
puzzle,
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yes.
We said that those puzzles are meant to be fun. There's other shit. You didn't explore everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's
the
still
door
like 2
swings
paths
open, and you see
back
this
this way.
yeah. The door swings open, and am I robot-y or am I good? What are you guys hearing?
Okay.
good.
That was a big delay for me. So they got 3 seconds. As long as you hear me
Roboting.
fine.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah,
You're
you
just
see the door
roboting a bit.
the door swing open. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, you're getting delayed. That's what's happening. It took you
Oh,
like
boy.
a good 5 seconds to respond to Alex saying you were roboting last time. Maybe we should, considering its internet isn't cooperating, considering your internet isn't cooperating, Zach, maybe we should call it here with the doors open?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
already at my limit at that one. I did not enjoy that.
I'll admit I had fun with the puzzle.
You did?
Yep.
That
I
puzzle
enjoyed
was,
it.
That puzzle was fine. You just didn't like it because it kept hurting people you cared about.
It's because it was a completely illogical puzzle. There's no,
Not really.
like... Really, how is that logical to you?
Well, you started giving the clue, and then it was just a simple you click and the rune vanishes. Click, rune vanishes. Countdown. 20 seconds.
The 20-second countdown where you have to press to the beat. So that one's a rhythm puzzle, basically. Even though it's
Yep.
not really musical. And the other one is just one lever surrounded by others that are traps, because the person who made this puzzle doesn't want the people who fucking find this door to get in if they're not supposed to. So it makes sense.
Alright, that one makes sense. The button puzzle? Why?
That's basically to waste time, I guess. Oh, he DC'd now. He's complete. I guess his net completely died.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try and call it here. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, he's writing.
Yeah, he's typing something.
Type in, type in, type in. Hey, he's back.
He's back. Speak words to us, O Shadow Lord.
Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Robot?
Nope.
Fine. Thus far.
Yeah, so we'll see if I can actually explain this. Just tell me if I ever get robot-y during this, and then we'll call it here if it does.
Okay.
So the doors swing open as the lever and the buttons are finally done correctly. And you see this like narrowish bridge kind of leading across the gap of this magma moat. And you see kind of in this large room is this weird collection of machinery, just kind of like blue shimmering areas kind of surrounding this very large creature. Let me show you guys better up close. This thing is probably close, like 15, 20 foot tall, with this massively built, like bronze-looking armor. These multiple sets of horns, kind of coming out of his head, like tattered and like ripped-looking wing coming out of it, holding 2 large axes.
That is going to be a great corn demon.
Looking quite mad, but it's hard to say if that's just its natural state of looking or if it is indeed mad. There's this slight blue shimmer surrounding it. See, it stood there across, and all of you can feel this like pulse kind of traveling from it. You just feel this like almost like wave of energy wash over you, and you just through this like intense rage, just like for no apparent reason, you just feel absolutely livid about everything.
Alex was
Just
already
a moment.
massively livid. And I just kind of look over to Merrick and I just go, "Why the fuck did you bring us here?"
Keep
I
in
did not know
mind,
what was here.
he didn't know what was here. And we knew that he didn't know what was here.
Yeah, the thing was, he
Yes.
knew something was down here. You see there, these machines like pumping, like steam coming out of it, and this like blue field surrounding this thing. And looks out. I am Roshafel, the Fell-Handed. What is your business here, creatures?
Does
Merrick?
Mange know that this is a corn guy?
Very clearly, yes. Red and bronze is his thing, as well as this wave of anger, and this is definitely some very powerful form of corn demon.
Mange,
I just
I
Merrick
don't
kind
want
of
to do the roleplay.
Looks
I am
at it for
going
a
to do
second, and then looks at the rest of you. Merrick like looks at it, and then looks at the rest of you for a smile on his face. It's like that would be a bloodthirster of corn, and that thing around it would be some kind of containment, trapped.
Mange is going to grin ear to ear in spite of the aura of anger, and he is going to very quickly start running towards this guy.
Oh no.
Be careful! Don't damage anything.
Mange is just going to run up here and sort of just stop. Like, imagine in the fucking cartoons, it's just like he's like gliding on his heels like a skirt. Stop. Kind of like right in front of the thing. And he looks at him and he just says, "Hello! I am Mange Scratch Scratch, Skaven Barbarian, leader of the clan of the Culled."
not later. Just kind of a figurehead. Alex kind of screamed.
Mange-
You're a brave one.
Mange smiles. "You follow Hound, yes?"
That is another name, yes.
Mange is smiling at this and sort of just like cracks his knuckles and says, "We have some Hound friends. Want to meet them?"
Of course. There's nothing that I would want more than to be out of this.
Mange looks at him and then just sort of wouldn't. So when
It's like, Mange, don't you dare.
Mange turns and looks back, and he's just sort of trying to think about when fucking Rowan made that deal with the Greater Nurgle Demon Prince. And he's just like, Mange turns back to this guy,
This
and he's
thing
sort
is
of going,
contained. Will have no powers to give you anything while it is stuck.
Mange looks
Unless
at
you
the
free it, it
machine.
can do nothing for you.
Mange looks at the guy inside of there and says, "How no, not just murder Mange and his clan if I let you out?" Did you hear that, Zach? I think we lost him a little bit. Yep. He's typing. Internet's dropped. Shall we just leave it on the precipice of this? Oh boy.
Just a few minutes.
He wants to finish this up. God damn. The suspense is not killing me yet, but probably will be.
The fucking.
So-
I think that wave of anger isn't just a thing that happened in game. I think I think a couple of us, including myself, are just slowly developing that in real life as well.
Well, so I feel like Alex would at least be privy to this, or at least sort of maybe catch on from hearing it. It may not necessarily affect how she reacts to it that much, but you're probably under the impression that Mange is just like, ooh, this is huge brownie points with Visha.
Yeah, I figured that. I'm
Hey,
like,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just about to set up on my phone.
Goddamn.
So alright, we just need a few more minutes. I can do it on the phone.
basically,
Okay.
Mage just said, "How do I know you will not kill me and my clan?" And then,
If I let you out of here, basically.
You confuse me if there's creatures of Zinch and Slanchi. I honor my agreements. Free me and I shall grant you whatever you wish. She's like, Mange, do not free it. This is what I came here to study.
Mange sort of just thinks slowly, and then he turns back and looks at Merrick, and he's just like, what if he agrees to be studied?
He will not.
Mange turns back and
He
looks
will
at the
leave
demon.
as soon as he gets the chance.
Mange just sort of tilts his head side to side. He's just like, Mange don't know. Rowan Man made contract with one of these guys before. Was a little bit more plaguey, though.
He summoned it. This thing has been held. Likely, as soon as the containment field goes, it won't have more than a few seconds to remain here anyway. These demons cannot remain here for long without powerful rituals.
yeah, and
If you
Mange,
free
considering
Likely,
some of
the only
us,
way to free.
Go ahead, Alex.
Sorry, go on.
He has a delay, probably.
Alex basically
Yeah.
says, Mange, I think there are a few of us here that he would likely smite the moment he got out.
You wouldn't get the chance to. You'd only have a few seconds. The point is that getting him out would break the machinery, and I need that.
Mange, just let him study. If you really want to, we can do it after Merrick is done studying.
Mange sort of just tilts his head side to side and is really thinking about this. You can see the gears churning, and then he turns back to and says, how long been here?
The small rat. What is it that you want? I can grant you power, and give you a strong weapon, and give you the eye of the blood god himself.
I kind of oversay. I don't think that's what he wants. Unfortunately.
Mange sort of just like shakes his head side to side. He could feel like the anger going through him, but he's trying to sort of like suppress it, to try his best to be the closest thing to a Skaven being reasonable that he possibly can. He turns back to this chaos guy in here, and he once again asks, how long you been trapped here?
I don't know how you measure time here. It's been a long while, though.
Alex
And I've
kind of
grown tired of it.
Alex kind of shouts over at him. Mange, think for a minute. The god of war and blood cannot give you what you want out of this. I know what you want out of this.
Mange turns back to look at Alex, and he's just like, calm down. And then he turns to Merrick, and he says, how long to study?
I don't know, it could take years for this kind of thing. I don't even know what that is. Never heard of anything like it.
Mange just started tapping his foot, a little bit less patient now that he's been told that it might take forever. Just sort of looks at Merrick and says, come over here.
Someone kind of moves over closer so Merrick can get through without getting his magic nullified.
Yeah.
And then those 60 should probably stay
not
far
getting
back
too
with that
close
thing.
to it.
Oh, or so.
I'm not letting him close enough to see me.
Mange once again turns back and says, Demon make contract when not summoned?
I can grant you the powers. It's but a trifle for me. Anything that you wish. Power to crush anything before you. A weapon that can cleave through anything.
Alex is kind of just like shaking her head.
Were I one of those ancients or Saneshi, I could offer you your heart's desires, but I am not. If you wish for something, ask. What is in my power, I will grant it if you free me.
Mange is sort of just thinking about
Who,
it.
like, looks over at the others, like, that goes for anybody. Anybody that wishes to free me, I'll grant you whatever you wish that is within my power to do.
This guy
I'm
just
tired
realized
of being in here. Yeah. It's like, corn demons, not the most subtle.
Yeah. Mange,
Frankly,
Very
them
direct.
talking is fairly rare.
I kind of shut over. I would, as you seem to have decent manners, but I come here on behalf of a different god, unfortunately. If we were on different paths, you and I, perhaps I would.
Right
So-
now, I could care less who you follow. You free me, I'll grant you what you desire.
Mange, would you mind if I had Mange roll a detection to see if we can figure out, like, vaguely what this thing does and how, like, anything that obviously would
machine?
turn it on and off? Yeah.
I can tell you, you have no clue. It's just this, like, massive machinery, and Mange has no fucking idea. It's like, Merrick doesn't know, and he studied this kind of stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love
It's like, there are
knowing.
some parts, like, I would say there'd be some parts that, like, slightly resemble, like, the ritual room that you see in Rowan. Like, kind of like the pentagrams and that, like, those kind of designs are in there. There's clearly some, like, mix of magic and machinery in here, but Mange would have no fucking idea where to
So
start.
I just need a comment on this real quick. I like how this one looks like some sort of futuristic sci-fi tank or some shit.
Yeah,
This looks like a fucking like steampunk kind of generator.
yeah.
And this is literally
There's
the
not
shit
that
you
many
use to
tokens.
measure
Yeah.
your shoe size.
That's fucking
Did you notice that? It says left heel
It was the
right
first one I
here.
saw.
This is for measuring your goddamn shoe size. That is not
Yeah,
a
I
tech
just
thing.
put in
This is
machine and
literally a
grabbed
plate
stuff
on
and-
the ground. You put your foot here and you go up to here and you pull this thing down until it fucking hits.
Uh,
And then it's like,
I
that's your
thought it
shoe
was like
size.
a conveyor belt.
Corn,
No,
thought it was like
that,
a
that,
conveyor.
that is a
Her?
thing that I have personally used at shoe stores to measure my shoe size.
Same here.
Yeah, I just put together machinery bits and the tokens. It's not a big selection. I did what I could.
Mage turns back to the Chaos Demon and says, "What's shoe size?"
He has hooves.
Look,
Not good answer. Still
Corn.
put
Just
feet on
mock him and his
shoes.
hook.
Anyway. Oh, god damn it.
at
All
this
right,
point,
so-
you're just insulting.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke. That didn't actually happen. That's not canon. I'm just gonna say that right now. Mange is just going to look at him and say, "Been here a long time. Wait just a moment. Deliberate with friends."
It's not as if I have a choice.
Mange, I'm sorry, but need be careful. And then Mange is going
And
to sort of
that
just...
you feel like that pulse of rage that's been coming from him just intensifies for a moment. He just has like desires to tear apart the next thing you see, but it passes quickly.
Mange just turns back to him as he feels
The
his
thing is,
pulsing.
like that's like its emotions kind of leaking. Seems to be what that is.
Ooh,
Just, like,
very
it's
pissed.
anger
Very pissed.
Mange
I
just
would
sort of turns
also-
back and says, "Please calm down. It hurt head."
Says the barbarian.
That's not gonna help.
The barbarian Skaven who wants to please
I'm
Corn,
adopting
meanwhile
him.
asking the greater fucking Corn
Oh,
demon.
there we go.
Yeah, I just imagine, like, Main, I'm not sure if you heard, but Main turns around and says, "Try calm down, it hurt head."
It is created from rage. It can't be made out of anger to calm down.
Yeah, so I just love this picture of fucking Mage, the Skaven barbarian who wants to appease Corn so he can get with his fucking, like, Norskin waifu, turning to a literal embodiment of hatred and anger and telling it to calm the fuck down because it's giving him a headache. But Main just
So-
basically got a motion for you guys to go back out into the other room so that we can deliberate.
Merrick, you continue to study whatever this machine is there. I think that'd probably be best.
I don't know how it works. To get it out, we have to break it.
Mange turns to the left side and is just like, "That one probably measures shoe size." And just walked off.
So I doubt it.
just winds up spending 2 years to figure out, oh shit, the rat was right.
I kind of like I go up to Mange and I'm like, listen, Mange, we all know that you're trying to get with Visha. Or yeah.
It's Risha, I think. Risa?
Risa.
No,
What?
Risa is the duelist girl that Siegfried likes.
Oh, yeah.
Similar
Visha.
names again.
Visha.
Visha is Visha.
Yeah, Risha, Risa, and Kasha. Yeah, Visha, Risa, Kasha.
So
I didn't even notice it when
I just
Yep.
I just kind of tell Mange, we all know you're trying to get with Visha. Freeing this guy, well, it might get you some brownie points, maybe. That's a big maybe. It still isn't going to get you what you actually want out of this relationship here with this guy. And besides that, you've got several people here, one of which has betrayed Korn and has been cursed by him, and another which is outright opposed by Korn, as well as a few who are also outright opposed by Korn because of their relationship with other gods. You might get something out of this, but the most you could probably wish for is for him to not hurt us. And at that point, it would just be a wash.
as much as I hate to give bonuses for letting it out, Korn is the god of war and bloodshed, but he's also the god of honor. If you make an agreement, he'll stick to it.
Mm-hmm. Someone
is
can
fair.
add a nudging to that.
It's something that is true of all Korn followers. They will not betray you. They will stab you, but they will not stab you in the back. You'll see it coming.
Ainsword just thinks to himself and says, "This weird." And he's just sort of like thinking about things, and you see the gears whirring as hard as possible. It's like you can fucking almost see the smoke coming out of his ears with this.
I kind of sigh and I turn to Merrick. Merrick, when you're done studying this thing, however long it may take, can we let him out?
Yes, but I doubt he'll be particularly happy at that point, since you didn't let him out now.
Mange,
True, we just did discover him. He really wants out. He is only going to grow more angry.
If my experiments were to kill him.
Mange is going to turn to Merrick and hold up one hand and says, 5 days.
I'm trying to be enough to learn anything. I need a month just to learn what this is even fully doing. I've not seen anything like this before. Anything I've seen to contain a demon is a pentagram. This is some advanced machinery.
Mange, I don't think Korn is going to outright hate you for not doing this, especially since you are doing it to honor a deal. You are honoring a deal that Merrick will come with us. You honored a deal to come here. If you do not let him go in order to honor a deal, I don't think Korn will be mad at you.
Mange sort of
Plus, Wouldn't he be upset this guy getting captured anyway?
What was the question again, Ken?
No, Siegfried just asked. Plus, wouldn't he frown on this guy getting himself captured anyway?
Mange sort of tilts his head to the side. Part true, but Mange agreed to bring him here. Mange didn't agree to not release thing.
We agreed
This
to
is
help
true.
Merrick with his studies by letting him come here.
And
If
we
we
have.
let him go, he won't be able to continue his studies. All he'll have to study is broken equipment.
Mange.
That depends on how little we break it.
Mange don't think Visha would like broken promise. Ah! And Mange sort
Oh,
of just
no.
like grunts really loudly and starts walking back over without another word.
Oh Lord, let's hope the rat makes a right decision.
Mange
Solomon
looks
follows.
Alex and Siegfried, both of you roll me a perception detection.
fucking Zach over here not gonna let us have our cake and fuck it too.
So Alex, you can see that as they're walking over, Merrick's like holding his hand by his side. You can see there's like almost like goldenish balls kind of circling around it. As he definitely is like holding a spell, so that if they try and free it or something, he's gonna hit them with something.
Merrick,
Definitely ready for like if they do something, he's gonna nail them.
Merrick, if you're going to nail them, at least do something non-lethal like sleep, please.
And then
Sleep doesn't work on Mange anymore, he's too high level.
that kind of stuff. I doubt I'll kill them anyway.
Mange,
Do you really want to take that chance, though?
Just chill out with it for a second, you'll see what's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
So Mange comes back up and looks at the big corn demon guy and says, Mange, have good news, bad news. Mange sort of just like holds his hands out side to side like he's just sort of like weighing things. Good news, Mange want to let out. Bad news, Mange can't do yet.
Why not?
Mange make deal. Mange honor promise to sciencey man to let study things. If Mange let out, not be able study, break promise, corn displease.
Just points his axe at Solomon. So, what about you? Did you make this deal?
All us make deal. We all here to help sciencey man.
Yeah, Solomon nods to that with both heads, though the newest head literally did not exist by the time the deal was made.
Would not want displease, hound.
You just like growl, and you feel that pulse of extreme rage travel through you all again.
Solomon
If you
kind of
force
says,
us make
hang on,
break promise,
hang on, I got
would
an
be
idea.
bad on you too.
I got an idea. Merrick? Solomon calls over.
Yes.
Do you need the demon to study the machine?
No, but we don't know how it works. Letting him out would require breaking it.
Maybe we are lucky. Do you know how to open this machine without destroying it?
Who are you asking?
The demon.
Kind of looks at you with this kind of like, what the fuck are you asking?
Mange,
If I
actually,
knew
Mange's
I wouldn't be in here.
Mange turns to Solomon and is just like, don't have fancy break remove magic.
It does, but well.
Bring here!
Hey, yeah, it's right here, okay. Okay, where do you want me?
So basically with this whole entire thing, there's like this entire circle around him is preventing him from leaving, and these 3 different mechanical things are apparently related to it. Mange is going to reach out a hand towards Solomon to take the brick.
Hey. Hands over the brick.
Mange is going to turn back to Merrick and say, Mange attempt to let out with not break. and he's going to put the brick on top of this thing, like in direct contact with what he assumes is magical.
Set it down. You see the things like the constant like whirring that had been coming from the thing kind of stutters for a half second, but then continues.
Mange sort of thinks back and forth. And then he turns
Actually,
back to Merrick.
as you're both there, both of you roll me a detection with disadvantage. This would be pretty hard to spot.
Detection is perception based, so it would actually even out for him.
Yep.
These are the heads.
Oh, yeah. And you got the two heads kind of scanning.
Motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna spend a reroll on that.
I am not, because I don't have one.
There we
There
go.
Yeah, so Simon, as you're looking at the thing, you notice there's different areas in the thing where you could possibly put things. There's almost looks like drawers and slots in various different parts of it. So you don't see any which are kind of it's like almost like the child's toy kind of style. It's like different holes where things could be slotted in. You see all of them are currently empty.
Square hole, circle hole, triangle hole.
Yeah, kind of, but
Big
not
square and
exactly
circle
that.
hole.
Yeah, they're not
And
that simple.
You
but
see one of them that looks like you see one that would look like about the right shape for the gem if you got it out of the brick.
Mange, does Solomon mention this?
Oh yeah, he mentions it so everybody can hear it. We have holes in this machine, and this freaking gem seems to fit one. We need to get it out without breaking it.
Magic man, know how remove non-magic stone. Just pointing at Merrick.
Likely with a lot of difficulty and delicate operations.
Mange
And it's
thinks
what we need
about
right
this,
now.
and then thinks
Not a
about who
chisel.
would be good at that. And he turns back to the corn demon and says, "We have magic stone. Mika's magic not work temporarily let out, but need get out of CERN without breaking. We have fancy dwarf lady. May be able to do it. May take at least day."
You hear like a growl emanate, and you feel that rage pulse again. Very well. You can wait one of your days.
Okay.
As these
You're
two
looking at
make
he
a
has
deal,
no fucking clue what a day is.
Mange just sort of let's see, I'm gonna roll an intelligence to see if Mange picks up on this, because Mange normally wouldn't be privy to these kind of things too well, and I succeed again, I guess. Okay. So Mange realizes
you could
he doesn't know.
100 years and come back. Yeah, you could leave like 100 years, come back and say it's been a day, and he'd be like, I guess that's how long a day is.
Mange turns to look at
Even
him
some
and
have that great of a concept of time.
Mange turns to look at him and says, "Man-thing day, when sunrise, go down, come back same place."
Mange.
The
Maybe a little
demon
ground.
looks up at the stone ceiling. Helpful.
Mange just sort of thinks about this a moment and says, "How long have we been talking?"
Like, since you opened the door, like 5-10 minutes at most. You're not entirely sure. You don't have the best sense of time underground.
Actually, Solomon could begin try teaching the demon the concept of seconds, minutes, and hours.
Yeah. Demons not too up on the concept of time, since in their realm time is kinda wonky.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's only really stable in the human realm.
So you can go into the warp, stay for 5 minutes, and then come out 100,000 years in the future, or like 10 seconds before you left.
Or even earlier. Or
Yeah.
never.
Alex kind of pipes
Billions
up
of
and
years
says,
later, or thousands of years earlier.
Would Solomon actually be able to teach
But
this
Alex
goddamn
sucked.
demon the concept of time?
Probably.
before Solomon does this, Alex kind of pipes up and goes, "Yeah, I learned from Void a while ago that time doesn't really work for demons. It's kind of weird. It's basically like trying to
Mange
teach
thinks
a
about
blind man
something.
to see."
Mange thinks about something, and Mange runs over to Siegfried.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, basically, Alex just finishes her sentence. It's basically like trying to teach a blind man to see.
Mange is going to tap Siegfried's shoulder and just be like, "Man, think Siegfried."
Rething Mange, what's up?
Man, think have watch. He wants you to use supplies to pull out like a pocket watch that could function.
Actually, are there watches in the Empire?
They would have clockwork to that degree.
Miniature sundial. He just has an attack.
Yeah, the Empire has steam tanks. Yeah, they would have a pocket watch. I don't know
better if they had
when
steam tanks.
one. They'd be like really fancy shit that like nobles used to show off how wealthy they are. So Siegfried would not have one.
And a sundial wouldn't work underground because it's a sundial.
And it has to kind of be plopped in a certain spot. You can't carry it around.
Would Merrick have one? He's a goddamn mage. They're rich.
No, he doesn't. He's a heavens mage. He doesn't tend to.
Shit.
Most people don't bother because you can just be like, "Oh, the sun's about there, so it's about 3 p.m." Yeah, most time people don't go underground for long periods of time. It's like rich people have it just to show off. Merrick was not rich enough that he would do that.
We need to come up with an ingenious way to teach this fucking greater
Do
team
we
of
have
corn
to,
time.
though? Because if we don't, we have greater leeway.
Yeah, so it has no idea what a day is, and it's agreed. You could go away for 100 years and come back and be like, "Okay, it's been a day, has it?" He'd probably be really pissed about how long it's been, but he couldn't exactly argue because he has no idea how long a day is.
So at this point, Mange
go.
comes back up to Siegfried and he's like, "You have watch?" And Siegfried says no, and Mange is just like, "Mange out of ideas. Oh well."
Meanwhile, someone is contemplating teaching the demon the meaning of seconds, minutes, hours, and days.
So it would be
You can pull up a cot down here. Again.
It's like Cold Demon's not too big on the thinking things through part.
He would literally make holes in the ground to explain how far to count between seconds.
It's like a Zinch probably knows more about time than you do. A Cold Demon doesn't really care.
Yeah. But he is bored enough to try if he fucked up. He goes
so let's just like let Merrick study, and then we're gonna be like, okay, we'll try to get this stone out, and then hopefully let you out without breaking the machine.
Yeah, so basically our goal right now is he has already agreed to wait until we get the dwarf to hopefully remove the gem without breaking it from the stone, so we can bring it back and attempt to put that in the slot, and then we'll negotiate from there if that doesn't fucking work.
So let's just fucking leave.
One idea. Siegfried's thing with resources. Can he make things like clay? Because then they can make some fake keys for the thing to be made.
Some fake keys.
Yeah,
you have like clay things to put in each of the slots if they have any bearing on this. If it's actually like a puzzle like that.
Sure.
Yeah, because if we can get the fake keys going, if the crystal doesn't work, we have something that fits in.
So if he can, you're gonna see if he has clay.
Something soft he can push into the freaking sockets.
I could say out of character, like those slots are for like artifacts related to the machine, not for like keys.
I was assuming as such.
It's not just like a key.
In my head, I was just thinking that Zach's just been like sitting here, just like sort of. I didn't plan this far ahead, but okay,
That's the fun part about being here.
Yeah, sure.
So I think we should leave, and with Mange's little Skaven markings, we should be able to make light work of getting back home. And hopefully Rowan comes along with us once he's done.
Yep.
Well, he does have invisibility spells, apparently.
So we let's just go back up, go back through the prison, and get back home and do that thing.
It's possible that you'll break it when you do this. I'm going to take the chance to study it while I have it.
Good idea.
Main smiles. Okay.
Shit, we haven't explored everywhere. Should we go do that before we head home? Solomon suggests.
I think, if any place, we should study the prison. Down here is way too dangerous to study or explore.
There were extra hallways down over here, like down this way, and there were like
And
two
somewhere
extra
over
packages
here.
Up here. Yeah, that was about the extent of what extra shit we
And
had.
then there
We
was
we never checked
the
the thing in the
firewall over
middle.
here.
We never checked the thing in the middle. We didn't go through the firewall, which we assumed was a trap to mess with dumb adventurers like us.
Which we confirmed was a trap.
Yeah, basically.
Partially a trap.
Confirmed.
We could possibly shut off the trap.
I think we should just go. If any place
So he's just gonna motion to Mara real quick, who's like still probably like slumped on his shoulder. Anything we could do about this?
Anything we could do about what?
And he's gonna motion to Mara.
Eyes blank, just like not moving, just blinking and breathing.
I thought you said he snapped back into it after the doors open.
No?
Merrick,
wait a minute. Wait.
I swear I remember you saying more just like, well, that happened.
Wait,
No?
is the quest basically over?
Well,
And you've done the
Moro
big
still has a
thing, but-
shattered mind or something, but we haven't explored all the areas. This is the main quest, but yeah.
I know,
Main
I just
quest.
wanted to make sure if we have completed the mission.
Yeah,
We
you
have
can do the
completed
main bit.
quest. We haven't done any of the optional content,
Yeah.
or most of it.
Alex is just like, why isn't it working? I thought I made I thought I got through.
Oh,
Does
you have
she
to
speak out loud?
do this back.
And,
still got the
get
return.
back.
Yep.
Because the danger's on the way back. It's more time.
I basically
yeah,
tell
right.
everyone, yeah, alright, we could do that. Or we could leave, because I'm hideous right now, and I'm every second is uncomfortable for me. So if we
You are
would
not hideous.
please-
Wait, considering
Not
we
to
did
you.
do the main task of this quote-unquote adventure, and she didn't drop at all,
Yeah, so this is like, do you want to go off and do the side stuff, or do you want to just head back, get Sketchy to do the rock, and then come back?
Yeah.
we'll
Unless
be
we,
coming
like-
back anyway, guaranteed, so we can do the side content then.
Yeah, true.
Plus, I think Zach's
Yeah.
internet is slowly just trying to fuck with them even more,
Tranquil.
considering how much your delay is slowly getting longer.
Oh shit, I
Oh.
didn't even notice.
So, once they leave, or, almost about to leave, I'm kind of like, alright, Slanesh, did I do it? Please?
Right. Yeah, you guys start heading out, and with all of you together, you manage to make it back to the base without encountering anything too dangerous for you guys to take. And as you guys step in through the doors, Alex feels her jaw painfully pull itself back into place and pop back in. Her arms shrink back into position. And the jaws has ended as you completed Slanesh's challenge.
I just say,
Solomon
thank
claps.
you, Slanesh. I say, thank you, Slanesh, as I just rub my face. Oh, I missed you, honey.
You just feel like a small tinge of metal on your shoulder as Maine just patting you on the shoulder with the fucking metal dog leg.
Yeah, it definitely like you've been chewing on a jawbreaker for a week. It's the amount of soreness in your jaw.
I'm
And
just
your
like,
arms, you've been working out for 2 days non-stop. So you're ah!
All
and
right.
I'm just like, oh, it's worth it. Oh.
Oh, and since we're not really in danger at the moment, Solomon is going to cast Blessing of the Plague Father, which is his version of Cure Malady, on our good friend Siegfried.
Oh. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we need to fix your brain, boy. Sweet.
Success by
Let me
10.
check. Let me check what humanity does.
I think it lowers the rating of the severity by 1, and if it's at the lowest, it cures it.
Cures or removes one curse or disease, including magical disease. Alternatively, the spell slowly over d6 days removes one minor madness or reduces a more severe madness by 1 level. Yeah, this was a disease that he got from the sewers. Yeah, that would remove it.
Alright.
Hey, sweet.
You no longer randomly stare off into space, Siegfried.
At
least
in
character. At least in character.
And Solomon is really hoping to keep that delightful crystal later on, so hopefully it doesn't break at any point.
And Alex is just kind of crying these both tears of pain and of joy.
Solomon gives her some pats on the shoulder.
He's just
Basically.
uncomfortably setting Morrow down. I'm wondering how he's going to explain this to Leon.
What did you say, Zach?
Yeah, it's like laughing and crying hurts because it just feels like your jaw is just made out of glass right now. It's like, any move for the jaw is just pain.
I'm basically gonna go, alright, I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay, I'm gonna head this.
Week.
Alright,
We don't have
I
a
think
week.
this is going to be about where we ended off for today, right?
Yeah.